Hey guys, we are here to play the new Honkaistarrail patch. And I have heard it's actually kind of a banger. I'm hoping... Oop, not that one. I'm hoping that it will help me decide if I want to pull for her. Because right now, I'm like, I really like Robin, but I also really like Boothill, and I can't pick who I want. I could get by without either of them. Right? Like this is purely a favoritism contest. Oop. So I'm hoping that, you know, the story will help me pick. 12 system hours to a Charmony Festival.
Charmony Festival has entered its countdown phase, accompanied by Clocky's
What the
TikToks.
fuck?
After 12
There
system
he is right
this
there.
grand celebration will commence with much fanfare.
I already told you. We can talk things out.
Don't shoot Pom Pom.
I'm sorry, Fluffy. I really have something urgent to attend to, so I had no choice but to resort to asking this favor of you all.
Fucking cowboy out here. He's actually so cool. See, he has a bullet earring. I just noticed that.
Since you already know what you're doing, I'll also have to remind you of its risks.
Hey,
Can you go
partner,
Dragon
what's
Ball?
with the hostility? I thought pulling this thing out was just a way of saying hello.
It's a friendly guy.
For the last time, state your identity and purpose.
My name's Boothill, and I'm a Galaxy Ranger.
Got them shark teeth going on.
Galaxy Ranger?
You look like you seen a ghost. Did you think we all went extinct? Well, that's the price you pay for being off-grid for too long.
The righteous heroes of the hunt would never hijack the Astral Express.
I ain't hijacked anything. What, chatting with someone while holding the gun is considered a hijacking?
Generally, yes.
It probably is.
Pardon my frankness, but there are plenty of rumors in the cosmos regarding the Galaxy Ranger's current status, and none of them are pretty stories. I have a hard time believing you.
Oh, this is hilarious. The tale that this bunch of fools spin is getting out of hand. There's even a bit about the Galaxy Rangers being turned into gibbons by Dr. Primitive, and they're in some valley screwing around on swings.
This Dr. Primitive just keeps coming up, and I still have no idea who that is. That's one of the Genius Society, right?
Of course. I know you won't believe me. Which is also why, similarly, I have a hard time believing that you're the real Nameless.
So these two are at odds because neither of them believes the other one exists. Or is who they say. Okay.
See the bullets in this gun? 9mm. An eternal classic. I may need the Astral Express's help right now, but if you're an imposter just like that one, then this bullet might just end up in my head. I can't allow myself to be
It's like that
exposed to
one.
danger. That's just the way it goes, so you all have to first prove yourselves. Huh? Where are you going?
Just like I got places to be. Bye.
Recognize this?
It's a model fudger. The Jade Abacus of
Model
Ally North.
fudger.
The CN Joe really gave this to you guys?
Model fudger?
This is the Jade Abacus gifted to the Express by the Shenzhou Luofu's general, Jing Yuan.
Our general.
Its presence on board serves as the Shenzhou Alliance's official recognition of the Express. Is that enough?
Not bad, kiddo. And across these sprawling stars, a gentle squeeze is all it takes to rustle up a whole legion of Cloud Knights. Now, I reckon that'd be one fudging sight to behold.
Now it's your turn.
So his thing is he literally can't swear, right? Like It just turns into fudging and stuff. I love it.
Been ages since the Galaxy Rangers had the spotlight shown on them. We ain't equipped with such fancy gadgets. But I've been around the block enough to know the way to handle these types of situations is easy as pie. Alright then. Feel free to toss any questions my way. Let's see if my answers can't turn your trust. If your gut tells you otherwise,
Quiz time.
still ain't too late to show me the door.
And why would I play along?
If I truly am a real Galaxy Ranger, you stand to lose nothing.
Alright then. Tell me, what kind of organization are the Galaxy Rangers?
Oh, my friend. This question is a hard one. I don't think I can even consider us an organization to begin with. Everyone's on their own fated path along the hunt, with their own resolute sense of righteousness and not so welcome among such so-called universal values.
This reply does not instill trust, and only makes your predicament more precarious.
Hey, if it's honest though, right?
I'm guessing you're gonna ask about some form of shared faith, right? But us Galaxy Rangers don't need that sort of thing. What brings us together is a shared bottom line. Never bully the weak. Never kill the innocent. These oaths aren't some lofty beliefs, but the fundamental bottom line that one must never cross as a person.
All it takes to be a Galaxy Ranger. You enjoy being alone and you're not a dickhead.
As Galaxy Rangers, we strictly adhere to the bottom line. When someone crosses them, the hunt's vengeance will surely come knocking. And in this moment, the other crucial meaning of bottom line comes into play. As long as you don't cross it, you're free to do whatever you please. You catch my drift?
Second question. Why do you seek trouble with the Astral Express?
I already said that I seek no trouble. I must go to Penacony for a matter. But I don't have an invite. And I can't even enter the family's hotel doors. If only I could borrow the Nameless's identity. The entire cosmos knows you're guest of the family.
Let me in!
Aren't the Galaxy Rangers also esteemed guests?
Oh, you've hit the nail on the head. This is why I'm here. It's fine if I tell you. The Rangers are pursuing an imposter. A son of a nice lady posing as one of us. She's on Penacony
Son
right
of a
now.
nice lady. Acheron?
My informant is a memo keeper. She's the same as all mimetic organisms, appearing one moment and gone the next. She scares the fudge out of me. Still, she gave me some vital info.
That Galaxy Ranger imposter. Who is it?
Is that the third question?
Is it a hard question?
It isn't. Just that you might not believe me. That person calls herself Acheron. And according to our informant, she could be an emanator of nihility.
That's impossible.
Who is it?
That's what I said. Don't worry. When I first received the news, I had the exact same reaction as you.
IX never gives anyone so much as a first glance, and that's perfectly normal. What reason would they have to bequeath strength unto mortals?
It's not X or something. It's literally just IX. Okay.
Then you must know that emanators can also conceal their own identities, which, for many people, it's better that way. Otherwise, there'd be wanton bloodshed across the cosmos, or even, perhaps, turning their back on the path they're supposed to follow. I had the good fortune of running into an elation emanator. Its appearance was no different than that of those clowns. If it weren't through sheer luck that I got it drunk, I would have never known of its eminent status.
So when do we meet this one?
Even in the purest hunt. You'll find the Xianzhou Alliance under the spotlight and Galaxy Rangers lurking in the shadows. Paths are inevitably concepts created by people and exist in planes beyond our understanding. To reckon that nihility emanators don't exist, well,
Vibe to the autoplay.
maybe we just ain't nihilistic enough. So, do you understand now? Your companions
I understand
are in
nothing.
danger, and it's pretty harrowing. If you don't want to believe me, you'd best send a message to them, but I'd advise you to move fast.
I'm still waiting to see. I mean, Akuran's obviously dangerous as in powerful, but I'm still waiting to see if she actually wants to, like, cause me harm in some way. She's been pretty solid up until now.
We don't know what's happening in the dreamscape or how much of what the memo keeper said is true. And that Acheron, who knows what she intends to do.
Like, is she actually super secret evil, or like, do people just assume that she's super secret evil because she's an emanator? That's what I'm waiting to see. Right now, I'm not getting the evil vibes. I forgot she did that. just cleave the whole of the sky.
That's not up to
I.
Did you know? People who come to the land of dreams for the first time, they'll subconsciously stop to reaffirm that they're still walking on solid
Kinda cool.
ground. And then they will unanimously raise their heads to gaze at the sky. Be it reality or dream, staring at the sky
What the
is
fuck?
instinctual for humanity. Since the day that the golden hour was completed, it's always been there, watching over every single night of decadence. But now this night sky has been mercilessly severed, dyed with a mist of nihility. And this whole event happened within the course of a single slash of a blade.
What is
A
this
single slash of a blade
puppeteering going on right
isn't
now?
really accurate. It was actually 2 blades, just that the second one was faster.
That's not the point.
Actually, I fucked up your sky this way, not that way. Get it right.
Many guests who weren't supposed to be invited have gathered at this banquet. Even if the harmony is all-embracing, I have no choice but to show some of them the door.
Who the fuck is talking to you?
For the sake
Should I know this? I mean, probably not 'cause it's question marks, but
the planet of festivities has no place for you, a puppet of nihility. Those who live in the shadows do not bear the right to tread the illuminated stage.
Speaking of living in the shadows, there's probably not much difference between
oh,
us.
are we about to find out who it is?
It's only polite to reveal your true self, at least when speaking to others.
Show me.
Panacone's Dream Master.
Dream Master.
That's just another reason that you can't stay.
Whether you believe it or not, this is the real me.
We are one.
Is this the unity that the family espouses?
My mortal shell has long since dissipated.
Oh.
The Oak family's 107,336 offspring are now my eyes, ears, and mouths, spreading joy across dreams when required. And in times of essential need, exiling evil from this haven in my stead.
From the sound of it, it seems like you're asking me to leave, Penacony.
I pretty straight up said it, yeah.
I am glad that you're an understanding one. Alas, I'm not asking.
If you think you can.
Are you threatening me?
I ended it with a period. It was a statement, not a threat. Knowing who I am and still showing such malice. You're not the first, nor will you be the last. This scene played out many times before. And usually, when faced with my questions, most people retort, why can't I?
Lawnmower's gone. Back at it.
The result has invariably been that they can't.
You are confident. But be reminded, the family is forgiving, but not weak. The cords of the harmony extend across worlds. If you do not comply,
I mean,
when the blade is unsheathed for even a hair's breadth,
I'm starting to think if she unsheathed it, she could just cut Penacony in half.
escape the eternal centurion's wrath in all of your lifetime. 137 individuals. That is how many heathens I have exiled since I became Dream Master. Among them were those who once severed my wings, and those who immolated my body.
Man's been through it.
And here I stand again, about to add another mark to the tally.
And you will die. I mean, all of you will. But that won't come to pass. I'll do as you ask. I'll leave.
A wise choice.
I wasn't aware there was a choice.
To you, that surely is the only option. Please bear in mind, you and Penacony are of different worlds. Those born on the far bank cannot seek solace across the river. Leave and never return. The radiance of the planet of festivities is overwhelmingly bright, luring in tricksters, wrongdoers, and criminals. But even the harmony itself will never welcome the self-annihilator of nihility.
Not a fan of nihility. Understandable.
And even more so, when this self-annihilator heralds the destruction of everything. Your strength is obviously a gift of the sleeping and shapeless, immeasurable and fathomless, like a tributary spawned from the abyss that brings death and sin to all.
To all.
Acheron. A befitting name.
Take it from someone on the other side of your so-called river. You know better than I do that Penacony has already deviated from the harmony. Whatever your intentions may be, I foresee only one outcome. Its future
What the boa
holds
doing?
nothing but nihility. Just like all the worlds that have drowned in their shadow.
Switching to wait.
Attention, please. The unusual event that occurred moments ago was due to a technical malfunction at Clock Studios theme park. The family has promptly responded to secure the area, and we're happy to report that there have been no injuries.
Robin's POV? What do you mean? What do you mean Robin's POV?
Oh, I swear that was no movie shoot. So many chips fell from the sky, and I even caught one of them. But it vanished in an instant before my very eyes.
Excuse me. Are you talking about the Clock Studios theme park incident?
Hmm? Yeah, what about it? Oh, Miss Robin! Am I seeing things right?
Is this is this Sparkle? Is this Sparkle shenanigans?
No need to worry. I apologize for any inconvenience caused to your delightful dream journey. What you just mentioned about the chips really piqued my interest. Would you mind providing more details about the incident?
Oh, it was just those chips you normally see everywhere. The green ones? They fell from the sky as if it were raining.
And then those chips simply disappeared. It appears to be the Dream Sim tech the Iris family has been developing.
Huh? Miss Robin, you mean those chips were all part of a performance? But I really...
No, it was definitely intentional.
Shh. This technology hasn't been made public yet. It was originally planned to debut at the Charmony
Part
Festival.
of the show, don't ask
But it seems
questions.
it's been leaked. Can you help me keep this secret? The raining chips were supposed to be part of my act.
Oh, I see. Then it all makes sense now. I'll do anything to help make the Charmony Festival a success.
Thank you. As appreciation,
Ah.
I'd like to give you a token gift.
Sparkle!
Oh, this button is...
Press it at just the right moment in the celebration, and there could be an unexpected treat in store for you. All right. It looks like there are other guests who are also confused. I'll have to excuse myself. Please, enjoy the dreamscape. So many people talking about it. This commotion at the theme park definitely made waves.
Definitely not Sparkle. She is so cute. Look at her. Look at her. She's adorable. Oh, it's right there. I'm just walking right past it. Hi.
The family promised they would protect the guests within the dreamscape, but I witnessed a group of organic life forms making their way to the theme park. And soon after, a rip tore through the sky, and black rain started leaking out of the void. The family needs to provide a reasonable explanation, or I'll take my loved ones and return to reality. I thought the dreamscape was supposed to be a paradise. If it's not, then there's no point staying here.
It appears the good sir has seen many great events. And it's true that an uninvited guest has unexpectedly entered the dreamscape. However, their target is not the ordinary guests, but the ambassadors of the IPC. The family will certainly ensure that the safety of the guests is of the highest importance.
Miss Robin, I know the Bloodhound family has already sealed off the theme park and has control over the situation, but it won't resolve the problem. The family can try their best to protect their reputation, but as a guest, I don't wish to gamble with my life.
But as you can see, sir, no innocent bystanders were affected in this incident. Perhaps the dreamscape is not as perfect as promised, but there's no place safer than dreams under the family's rule. I believe you know this better than I do. If this incident happened in real life, how many people would be able to walk away from it?
I could stay here, but keep in mind, guests come to Penacony to enjoy the dreamscapes. They do not wish to be entangled in a conflict between the family and the IPC, so let's not have any more unnecessary incidents.
Why is Sparkle running damage control for the family?
Of course.
And handing her buttons.
Festival about to commence, we will spare no effort in our preparations.
Just wants random people to blow up Penacony.
To express our apologies,
That
the
sounds very
family
Sparkle.
has arranged this gift for the guests. Thank you for understanding. Hello. May I ask what happened here?
Nothing to be worried about. There's been a small rehearsal mishap at Clock Studios theme park. Please stay calm.
Hey, are you a fool? You don't even recognize Miss Robin? Who do you think you're talking to?
She's kinda hard to not recognize.
I'm sorry. I've just been transferred to the Bloodhound family, and I'm still not too used to working on the streets.
It's not too many people with head
It
wings.
was you. I'm so sorry.
Hey, don't sweat it. You guys have a tough job. I know how it is. How's the situation looking?
Oh, we've sealed off the theme park. Most guests are used to bizarre phenomena in the dreamscape, and so far,
Few, I guess.
no threats have been detected. We can expect order to be restored soon.
Rest assured, Miss Robin will intensify our patrols to ensure that no incidents occur.
I trust you guys. But regarding what happened in the theme park, what do you hounds think about it? It's okay. Feel free to speak your mind.
Well...
Actually, I was there shortly after it happened. Is it true that the IPC's ambassadors came with ill intent?
Yeah.
And that Galaxy Ranger who easily cut through the sky?
Miss Robin, tell you the truth, everyone's been talking about it. The myriad factions on Penacony have already been causing unease for everyone.
Thank you all for your loyalty towards the family. The planet of festivities has indeed run into some trouble. The representative from the IPC, he's trying to regain ownership of Penacony and is prepared for a hostile takeover. Of course, the family did not agree. The result of the failed negotiations is as you see it now.
No wonder. So this is the main reason why the IPC staff are banned from entering the dreamscape. Did they apprehend the troublemaker in the end?
Don't worry. Mr. Sunday is currently tracking his whereabouts, and he'll have something to show for it soon. However, given the situation, the IPC surely won't let this go easily. Therefore, we are relying on you hounds to maintain the order and stability of the dreamscape.
Does Robin actually, to other people, call her brother Mr. Sunday? And not just Sunday? Like, is that like a formality thing that she actually does?
Please be assured, Miss Robin, we take our orders seriously. We won't let those IPC cronies get away with this.
Thank you for your hard work. If there are any other members who still feel uneasy, please tell them on my behalf that protecting the dreamscape requires everyone's help. This is a small gift prepared by the Iris family for the guests.
The bomb button.
There's one for you too. Please, open it at the Charmony Festival for an unexpected
Explosion
surprise.
unexpected.
I can't believe I received a gift from Miss Robin. It feels like I'm dreaming. Wait, I am in a dream.
If trouble comes knocking on our door, we're not afraid to go to war. Rest assured, the dreamscape's peace will be protected by the Bloodhound family.
This guy looks pissed off and she just looks like she's chilling.
Miss
Hi.
Robin? That's the renowned cosmic superstar, Miss Robin!
No, sparkle.
I didn't expect to meet a fan here. I'm honored. Welcome to Penacony, a world filled with wonderful dreams.
I can't believe I'm actually meeting the real Robin! Shouldn't you be preparing for the Charmony Festival?
Preparation is important, but the ceremony is fundamentally about sharing the Great One's harmony with everyone. If there's a chance to sing with everyone, I will not refuse. Regarding the recent mishap, I understand it negatively impacted some of our guests. As a member of the family, it's only right for me to come forward and offer my apologies to everyone.
But, are you sure it was actually a mishap? Everyone saw those chips descending like rain and the red light tearing through the sky. Claiming it was merely special effects seems a bit far-fetched.
The really special
Plus,
effects.
I met that generous gentleman. He looked really out of it and kept talking to himself.
That's normal.
Is this also part of the performance?
Everyone, please do not panic. I believe that the family will give everyone a satisfactory answer in due time.
Even if you say so, Miss Robin, it's hard to believe.
I don't know what to tell you now, but rest assured, we'll think of an excuse in due time, and then we'll let you know.
Some people just never listen, do they? It's never ending. It just goes on and on. I'm getting really tired of this.
Miss Robin?
Still, I suppose I should keep on helping everyone. I am the epitome of joy, kindness, and goodness, after all.
What?
Huh? What was I just doing? And, who might you be, miss?
Here, take this, little guest. This gift has been specially prepared for you by
got sick of
the
playing
family.
Robin.
Make sure to take good care of it until the opening of the Charmony Festival. Then, when the show reaches its climax, press the button together with the others around you. You never know. Something very exciting might happen.
We're back to where it all began.
Yeah, you want to explain yourself, though?
From this place. And it is also from here where you will enter the true Penacony.
You want to tell me what the hell is going on with the mech suit?
It is a pleasure to journey alongside you once more.
Thank you.
But it's time I laid bare the entire truth before you.
Yes, please.
As you might have heard, I also go by another name. Stellaron Hunter Sam.
Yes. Are you alright?
I'm fine. Sorry, I hope I haven't scared you.
Oh yeah, no, you only got impaled and turned into goop in front of me, like, this, you know, it's fine, it's fine.
I know you have many questions. Do you remember when we encountered death in that strange dreamscape? When I was caught by that meme? In that instant before it killed me? I saw the reflection of another dreamscape in its ghastly pupils.
Then you got stabbed and you woke up because it's just a dream!
So, following the clues in the script, I came up with some theories about the meme. That's why I instructed Silverwolf to issue invitations, drawing everyone to the Dreams Hotel. I intended to call upon death before you arrived, to solve the riddle using more direct means, and then invite you to join. However, contrary to my wishes, I couldn't defy the script. And I didn't get a chance to explain it to you. It is how you see now. I was impaled by the bladed wings of death. The heavy pressure of concentrated memoria miasma exploded in my mind as if it was actually reality. But after the momentary numbness subsided, I found that my body was absolutely unscathed.
Because it was a dream.
I was still alive. And it was just as I thought. I had arrived at a place starkly different from this beautiful dream. Beneath the dreamscape of Penacony lies another, more chaotic, more primal memory zone. Its name? Land of the Exiles.
Is that what Robin is?
And so, then I returned to the hotel in the dreamscape, hoping to tell you of its existence. Yet I could not reveal my own identity.
Why?
So, I could only divert your party's attention and lure you away from the battlefield.
I wanted to find you and tell you of this other dreamscape's existence, but instead I put on a mech suit and started punching.
And after, all my attempts proved futile. It wasn't until not long ago, when a crimson blade of light shattered the high wall of the dream, causing you all to fall far into the abyssal depths of the dreamscape, that I was able to awaken you and your companions one by one. And that's it. That is all that's happened so far.
I'm completely confused.
I know it's tough to believe all this without reservations. I just want to say,
Little bit.
you're very close to the final answer.
Oh?
Just one more thing needs to be done. And then I can prove it to you. Now, Let's leave this place. Please close your eyes.
Okay.
Take a deep breath and visualize the dreamscape's outline in your heart. And remember, you must not open your eyes at all times.
I already opened them, sorry.
3, 2, 1. Don't be afraid. The one who has come to greet us has arrived.
The hell is that? After a piercing screech, a thick and ferocious surge of memoria crashes into your chest, churning and ravaging. Your consciousness becomes like scraps of paper caught in a whirlpool, breaking apart, dissolving, and dispersing within the turbulent, muddy current. Am I getting stabbed by the meme? Am I getting memed? Innumerable voices resonated through the symphony of memoria like roaring thunder, and among them, one echo stood out with exceptional clarity. You knew it came from the girl beside you, your hearts beating to the same rhythm, peaceful and even more peaceful. Until in that quiet darkness, memories rippled into existence.
I never knew you could do this.
And you're in a car.
Do you have a driver's license?
I do.
Yeah, we got more blade in a suit. Hello.
That is surprising.
Why? Because this is Japella, the city of sins?
No, it's nothing. I'm just thinking that you haven't slept in 20 system hours. Are you sure you're okay?
I'm fine. I'll survive. Same goes for you.
I'm not so sure about that. Slow down a bit.
Infiltration is over. Feel free to activate Sam anytime you like.
There's still some time before the next part of the script unfolds. Let me stay a little longer in this body.
A long silence ensued. Neither of them brought up any topic, seemingly accustomed to the silence. It wasn't until much later that a soft sigh once again broke the quiet in the car.
Such a long tunnel. Didn't feel this long when I set off.
In half a system hour, it will lead us to Kafka. And then comes the downfall of the Japella Brotherhood.
Is that also part of the script?
It's the Japella Brotherhood.
It's in your script too.
Sorry. I didn't notice.
Their destiny won't change just because of your selective ignorance. I told you before. It's a bad habit.
What about you then? Is this the moment you finally find the death you've been looking for?
As always, it's a blank slate. It's not on this planet. Why the sudden inquiry?
Because I'm currently in a car with a sleep-deprived driver. I just want to get there in one piece.
I don't want to die. Stay on the road. Keep your eyes open.
This car has full self-driving capabilities. I'll just put my hand on the steering wheel. Will that do?
Hey, don't take everything so seriously. Elio would always say there's only one type of destiny. The inescapable type. He can see the future, and we, likewise, are aware of our predetermined end.
Elio never foresaw a car crash, so you're fine.
But before that moment arrives, we can still choose what we do.
Sure.
We all
Suppose
have this
that's
right,
true.
don't we?
After today, Japella's name will disappear from cosmic history, and the Everflame Mansion will take its place. In the not-too-distant future, you'll receive an invitation. That's your next stop.
Land of the Dreams. Penacony.
I hope you find whatever you seek there. Be it answers or salvation.
Glad to see you're safe and sound.
Nope. Well, Mr. Yang, you're here too.
Close your eyes. This is the answer. Isn't it incredible? The monster that we have always known as Death is actually the guardian of the land of the exiles. It abides by a certain rule. Abducting people from their dreams and bringing them here.
The question that has been perplexing us, does death really exist in the dreamscape, appears to be a cognitive trap. It was laid by those orchestrating events from the shadows to cover up the truth behind the disappearances and the existence of this fortress known as Dreamflux Reef. Every emergence of that meme is related to the Watchmaker. Since Dreamflux Reef is where it brings its captives, it's likely that many of our long-standing questions will be answered in this place.
Please, I have so many questions.
The atmosphere here is starkly different from the beautiful dream. There are no regulators here like the family. And they all look like they're mildly dazed. But from the whispers of the residents, I've heard a familiar name. Gallagher.
I forgot Gallagher was being sus as hell at the end of last patch. I completely forgot about that. What's he up to?
It's that man again. Always in the right place at the right time. Though that does save us the trouble of looking for him. Himiko and March have already made a move.
Yes!
Get ready. We're about to set off.
The real dreamscape. The land of the exiles. Before we go, should we speak to everyone first?
I am really sorry for waiting until now to tell you everything.
Why couldn't you reveal your true identity?
2 reasons. Firstly, the script. In the future that Elio saw, Sam and the Astral Express's confrontation was inevitable. I tried to break the shackles of the prophecy, but this is as far as I could go.
What does she mean by that? That she couldn't go against the prophecy? Like, she literally physically could not take off the suit and not stop herself from attacking us?
That aside, there were also my personal motives. I wished to travel with you as Firefly. And not Sam.
That's fine.
Thank you.
You're pretty cool with the mech suit. And do the Stellaron Hunters also want a piece of the legacy?
Elio only gave me one instruction. Allow the Astral Express to pursue the Grand Legacy. It means that the Watchmaker's legacy holds great significance to trailblazing. And to you. Elio's scripts used to revolve and expand around certain specific Stellarons. But with your appearance, this condition has apparently ceased to be appropriate. Perhaps he also saw the impossible in the future.
Am I screwing up the timeline? Who exactly is Sam?
Do you still remember that medical cabin I told you about?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's Sam. It belongs to the Iron Cavalry of Glamoth's Firmament Frontline. A Firefly Type 4 Tactical Heavy Assault Mech.
So her Gundam weapon is also the thing that helps her move through her illness? Medical weapon?
It is the cradle of my vitality. And the meaning of my birth. And
meaning
for
of
the
your
longest
birth?
time it was how I should have looked to the rest of the world. The time scale of Dreamflux Reef differs from
Was she
reality.
like born or
So we
created
mustn't lower our guard.
purely to pilot the SAM suit?
You're sensitive to Memoria. A slight misstep. And you could get lost in this memory zone.
What?
Something on your mind? Let's talk about it.
Anytime, buddy. Acheron's Blade Slash.
No wonder Miss Acheron is so averse to drawing her blade. It's
True.
hard to imagine such terrifying power could reside in an ordinary sheath. If it weren't for the fact that Aventurine's power originated from the preservation, the entire dreamscape would have been affected. Don't feel burdened by this. Even without that Stellaron inside you, Aventurine would still have found other methods to accomplish his goal. Let's just believe in Miss Acheron. And given her prowess, I don't think we've got anything to worry about.
She still hasn't given me any villain vibes. What are your thoughts on Gallagher, who definitely does have villain vibes?
During your investigation, he shared a vital piece of information. Mikhail, the former watchmaker who collaborated with the family to construct the Penacony we're familiar with today, had a falling out with the family for specific reasons.
Mikhail.
But this is precisely where the problem lies. You were clearly investigating a murder, so then why, as a security officer, is he changing the subject to talk about his past with the watchmaker? And now, with Firefly mentioning his name again, it's hard not to be suspicious.
Regarding Firefly and the crew.
Before we found you, she'd already revealed her Stellaron Hunter identity and shared a lot of information. Who would have thought that the Molten Knight's true identity was actually a young girl? For her, this is a secret that she cannot allow others to know. That being the case, I think we can believe she's willing to cooperate. But she didn't reveal all her secrets. I just can't shake the feeling that her situation is different from that of the typical dreamer. And I hope that doesn't lead to any dangerous predicaments.
Keep peeling back the Firefly onion and there's just more secrets. Let's call it a day.
I hope you've regained a little composure. We'll move out when you're ready.
Where am I doing?
What a huge clocky.
Oh!
Looks like the watchmaker also left his mark on Dreamflux Reef.
Okay. Oh, its eyes are moving. I hate it.
Unbelievable. To think there's a settlement of this size within the dreamscape. And all beyond the family's reach. The atmosphere in this fortress is pretty different from that in the
There's giant clockies everywhere.
When I first saw it, I was in awe too. The sky here, it's like a reflection of the 12 dreamscapes. What's even more bizarre is that this place is also separated into trade and residential areas. The layout may be simple, but the facilities are very comprehensive. It seems that there are quite a number of people living here.
So, can these guys wake up? And if they do, they just don't talk about the fact that they're in Mirror Dreamscape?
Though
they just
both
stuck here?
dreamscapes have distinct styles, the architectural designs are quite similar. Works of the same hand, perhaps. Hard not to speculate on the connection. But there's no point in overthinking things. Let's meet up with Himiko and the others first.
Take a right turn at the end of this road and you'll reach the trade district. There are more people there. And perhaps someone knows where she is.
Not coming with us?
The Astral
I wanna
Express
know how people
likely
can live
needs
here and the
room for
family
some
not know or be
internal
able to touch it.
deliberation. In the meantime, I'll try and locate Gallagher.
Don't get stabbed again.
Sure. Let's reconnect later. Letting her go was the right decision. Further observations are needed before we decide whether to trust her. But first, there's someone I need to talk to. Let's go. I'm sure you've already noticed him.
Oh, Misha? Wait, why's Misha here? The fuck?
Not exactly. I've only met him once. Look, over there, the Reverie Hotel's bellboy. How did he end up here? And right after Miss Acheron severed the beautiful dream.
I'm not gonna lie, this kid is so forgettable to me. I didn't even notice him standing in the background.
We'd better check, just to be sure.
Hi, Misha.
You're the guest from before.
Why are you here?
We meet again! And a new friend. Forgot to introduce myself. I'm the hotel's bellboy, Misha.
Yep, you sure are.
Hello, Misha. I'm Welt. We met in a dream. Oh. And who might this be?
I'm Clocky!
Tick-tock! Old friend!
Tick-tock!
Let's high-five!
Mr. Yang, you're still young and hot.
Your, memory zone meme?
Nope. Clocky is a good friend of mine. We all live here. How did you two get here? This dreamscape isn't supposed to be open to the public.
Got me done?
I wonder if it has something to do with Sleepy.
So, this is your home?
Yep. After my work in the beautiful dream ends, I'll go back home. Commuting used to be more convenient, but ever since travel became cumbersome, Sleepy started ferrying people back and forth between the two dreamscapes.
Who's Sleepy?
This Sleepy. Can you describe what
Please,
it looks
Sleepy?
like?
Sleepy is a memory zone meme. Looks fierce and has many eyes. But it's actually really well behaved. Gallagher's been taking care of it.
Is it the death meme?
Based on the description, that meme is indisputably death. A nightmare for the family, but for the people who live here, well, that couldn't be further from the truth.
Death? Not in a dream, surely. Sleepy's just a little aggressive, and sometimes messes up by fetching the wrong guess. But it would never hurt anyone.
I see. Has it brought back any guests recently, say, in the last day or two? We're currently investigating a missing person case that occurred within the beautiful dream.
I see. Then you'll have to speak with Gallagher. But he's currently busy hosting a visitor from the Oak family and specifically asked not to be disturbed.
So does the family not know? No, they know about this part of the dreamscape, right? They just can't do anything about it? Like, they don't have control over it, I guess, for some reason? It's just weird that, like, hotel staff and shit are even just living here. If the family doesn't like this place.
Mr. Yang? The person you're looking for, is it Miss Robin?
Just as I thought. Considering what happened with Miss Firefly, this doesn't come as a surprise.
If you're looking for Miss Robin, I can lead the way. She told me that she'd be willing to meet with outside guests.
If it's not too much trouble. Also, we're looking for our missing companions. A woman with red hair accompanied by a girl with pink hair.
We need a Robin.
Have you seen them?
Oh, I haven't. But please, rest assured. Dreamflux Reef is a small place, and it's not as bustling as the beautiful dream. But its safety is unmatched. How about this? Since it's your first time here in Dreamflux Reef, I'll be your guide and help you find your companions. And then we can all go visit Miss Robin together.
Visit Miss Robin!
She's gone to Mrs. Grace's to visit the children. She won't be leaving anytime soon. So there should be enough time.
All right then. We'll follow your plan. Well, we now know the answer to both murder cases that have caused such commotion in Patagonia.
Murder cases, but not
As for
murder
the
cases.
intentions of the mastermind behind
Because
it all,
it's just a dream.
we're still none the wiser.
Speak Gallagher behind it all. Visitor from the Oak family worth learning about. That name's Sleepy. I don't think this last one has anything to do with anything. Who's this visitor from the Oak family?
Yes, and I believe their relationship with Gallagher may run deep. Why else would they be so clandestine about their discussion? Regardless, we have to find Gallagher.
Good. I like Gallagher.
You mentioned before that you saw a clocky that only you could see, right?
Oh, me and Misha. So Misha.
I can't shake off this strange feeling. Am I really still so young at heart? Forget it. It's not important. We'd better just follow Misha.
Grandpa Welt is not so grandpa.
Everyone, look!
Ooh.
From here, you can see the most spectacular view of Dreamflux Reef.
Why is the world going into a black hole?
A black hole? No.
See, Welt said it. He knows black holes.
An accretion disk formed from consolidated memoria? Was...
Oh,
Oops.
so Mr.
Sorry.
Yang is
Sorry,
also
Welt.
versed in memoria dynamics. I was just trying to figure out how to explain this huge hole to everyone. I bet you guys have a lot in common with Miss Kami.
Who that? Kid, will you stop bringing new people into this? Who is this now?
My calculations are finally done. In another 10 system hours, the above dream will swallow the dream below. My hypothesis was correct. This place will cease to exist as the dream devours everything.
That sounds bad.
Who are you all, and why haven't you left yet? This place is about to disappear.
Then why aren't you leaving?
I'm Kami, a dreamscape surveyor specializing in memoria dynamics. And this is my life's work that I'm researching. See that huge gaping hole? It was just a narrow rift many years ago. But now, it's grown into a giant hole. The surrounding memoria has been flowing towards the other end of the hole at a constant velocity, slowly but surely. But the scary part is, according to my calculations, the flow rate of memoria has recently changed, and it's faster than ever before. It's almost as if something is sucking it in from the other side. By constantly improving upon Madame Rosalina's memoria measurement method, I've finally obtained accurate results. After 10 system hours, the Dreamflux Reef will cease to exist. Just like the melting of glaciers, everything will crumble and disintegrate. The dreams on that side of the void will fuse into one.
Please don't worry. This sort of thing has happened many times before. Miss Kami isn't a bad person. She's just a bit lost in her own
doomsday
world.
conspiracies?
She'll probably realize she's wrong
Is
soon
that a word?
enough.
Doomsday conspiracy theorist? We'll go with that.
You don't say. There was something else that piqued my interest. Who is Madame Rosalina?
Yes, y'all. All these new names.
Oh, do you know her too?
Nope.
Or are you also a fan of memoria dynamics?
We're very interested in Madame Rosalina's achievements. Could you tell us a little more about them?
Are we?
Why, of course. She's an excellent scholar of memoria dynamics, and the first person to apply memoria rate measurement methodology on interstellar travelers. Regrettably, due to the presence of the Garden of Recollection,
I do not understand
ordinary
your
people
words, Sue.
don't pay much attention to the nature of memoria. She departed this world without much fame, leaving only a few thin journals behind. I came to Penacony to learn more about my idol, and went to great lengths to seek out Dreamflux Reef, all because this is her final resting place. Prodigies always meet their demise prematurely. If only Madame Rosalina had more time, she would have discovered a way to reverse the flow of memoria. I felt it. The source is in the golden hour. There is a certain anomalous presence stirring the currents of the memory zone. I must uncover more concrete proof. I must convince everyone.
Why am I
Does the
spending so
name
much time on
Madame
this lady?
Rosalina sound familiar to you?
Not even a little bit. Oh, was it? It was one of the nameless mentioned by the conductor. Okay. Thanks for reminding me of that, I guess.
That's right. It seems like she did a great deal of research and calculations in Dreamflux Reef before abruptly passing away.
Miss Kami regularly mentions her. I hear Madame Razelina passed away during the prison war. She could see the Penacony of today. It's people building homes in the memory zone. I bet she'd be really happy.
Perhaps.
Hi, March.
Ghost! There's a ghost! Don't come near me!
Oh my. I'm human and so are you. Can you get a grip? Mr. Yang and Miss Trailblazer, I've been waiting for you. Quickly, come help. I bumped into a member of the family on the way here. He was so scared and I just wanted to calm him down. But...
Let me go! Let me go! I've only done good in my life. Why can't I rest in peace after death?
Well, this is how it turned out.
What's wrong with this kid? You scared him this badly?
Ha ha, you're a regular comedian. He thinks he's dead. Although, when I first fell in, I also thought the same.
Dear guest, this is not the afterlife. This is Dreamflux Reef.
That's right. Did you hear that? Repeat after me. Dreamflux Reef.
You're talking to someone invisible. If I'm not dead, what am I? I shouldn't have pushed my luck and tried sleeping in my dream. Curiosity kills the Papeshi.
Invisible who?
Stop asking! You'll alert the monsters. All the dead are right here. All of them.
You're not talking about the memory zone meme, are you?
Don't say that name! It's all your fault. They're coming!
Okay.
Enemy targets detected.
I hit the mark.
Guess that's happening now. Wow, they're weak. Okay.
The dice have been cast.
So I may as well throw this on this one.
Or maybe I'll take
Kayla just almost outright killed the other one.
Some value, I suppose. Existence is unity.
Your answers? Answer me. 0 points. Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
Oh.
Bonk.
He passed out. His intense negative emotions attracted the nearby memory zone memes.
We have killed the child.
I see.
We'll be all this time.
Why aren't the other people around here scared?
Unlike in the Sweet Dream, people here don't see memory zone memes as dangerous monsters.
Dangerous.
And even if they pose a threat, people can easily escape by forcing a wake-up call.
So they can wake up. So they can wake up like normal Penacony. But the family can't do anything about this place, or go to this place, or control this place. It's just kind of... Does Sunday know about, like, his sister's just vibing down here? Does he actually think she's dead, or is he just going along with it? I have questions.
But we can't just leave this man here. Can we take him somewhere safe?
We can ask Jesse for help. I've gotten to know many locals while waiting for you guys.
Is Jesse?
Everyone here is living a self-sufficient life. I don't know how to describe it, but this place feels like the real dreamscape.
Just like this.
Hello, Jesse. Whoever you are.
Evening, Jesse. Is it evening?
Welcome, Miss March. Who might these be?
These two are my friends. As for the man lying on the ground, he's a scaredy cat who fainted from fright.
I see. Another poor guy who accidentally ended up here. I'll take care of him. There have been a lot of new faces lately. Things must be tough in the beautiful dream. The few remaining havens of freedom at Asdana will soon face trouble.
Asdana?
Do such things often happen here?
Not really, but they're becoming more frequent now. Guess it's one of the signs of the Sweet Dreams collapse. This man has had quite the shock. Could you help me find a Halovian lady, March? Her songs can heal mental wounds.
Robin?
A Halovian lady?
Robin.
That must be Robin. She's also here in Dreamflux Reef.
Huh? Robin? But I thought she... Oh, right.
Robin.
If
Robin.
Firefly is here safe and sound, then it means Robin must be okay too.
Yes, ma'am.
Misha's about to take us to her to find out what happened. But before that, let's meet up with Himiko. You were with her earlier, right?
Speaking of Misha, I forgot he was with us because he's so unimportant. He's not even in these cutscenes.
We met some stowaways in the residential area. Most of them came from neighboring star systems. I heard that places like Dreamflux Reef are scattered throughout the memory zone of Asdana, like islands in the ocean. They existed before the family arrived.
Memory zone of Asdana.
I also heard that when Dreamflux Reef took shape, it was the center of all dreamscapes in Penacony.
If that's true, it's no wonder there are so many similarities between this place and the Sweet Dream.
The original
Himiko
dream.
must be gathering information. Let's hurry up and get going.
So that's how it is.
Who's
I never
that?
imagined we'd gather the remaining details here.
To borrow Gallagher's catchphrase,
Micah?
what an unpredictable twist of fate.
Himiko, here they are.
Ah, perfect timing. Now that everyone's here, I'd like to introduce everyone to Micah, who's partly in charge of the Land of the Exiles. Micah, these are my companions.
Another new character. Woohoo!
It's a pleasure to meet the Nameless.
You know us?
I've been keeping an eye on you since the day you arrived in Penacony. We would have met under more appropriate circumstances if Dreamflux Reef hadn't been isolated from the 12 dreamscapes. Please, allow me to formally introduce myself. I'm Micah, the Gravekeeper of Dreamflux Reef.
You call yourself a gravekeeper?
Gravekeeper?
Life in Dreamflux Reef is pretty liberating. Everyone here mostly keeps to themselves, without meddling in others' affairs. My daily task involves cleaning a few tombstones.
How do you have tombstones in a dream? Surely they don't leave a body behind, Barry.
You're too modest, Micah. When lost
Are they just like
dream chasers stumble upon
memorials?
this place, you're the one who takes care of them, guiding them back to the sweet dream, or showing them how to survive the wild dream chaos.
So, guardian of sorts.
Were you talking to me, Mr. Yang?
On that note, Mr. Mika, which tombstones are you referring to? We didn't come across any graveyard when we arrived.
They're actually just symbolic stones. But since you're curious, Mr. Yang, I'll take you there. I have a feeling you might find something of interest there. But before that, you have an important guest joining you.
An important guest? Who could it be?
Robin?
This way, please. The roads here in Dreamflux Reef are a bit run down, so watch your step.
Can I have Robin? We have located Robin.
Everyone sings so wonderfully. It's not often that I tried this music style, but I've gained some valuable insights from it.
Oh, I can't thank you enough, Robin. Well, these kids have made incredible progress in only a few days.
It was nothing, Grace. I merely taught them how to sing. It was you who brought hope into their lives. Life must be quite difficult for them in reality, I imagine.
That's right.
Whenever it's time to say goodbye to these kids, they're reluctant to leave. But I've explored every corner of Dreamflux Reef, talked to everyone I met, and they all told me the same thing. This shattered dream is not worth clinging to.
It seems you truly are a child of the Harmony. Emma and Andy are orphans I took under my wing. Carol there, with her blind eyes, used to work at a nutrition center in the outer ring of Penacony. And as for Gary, he's been living with autism since he was a child. They're not old enough to enter the sweet dream managed by the family. If we compare people to birds, these kids are like fledglings with impaired wings. But in this dream, well, they can fly freely. Even if they stumble along the way, well, they're still relying on their own strength. And me, an old lady with no legs. Well, without this dream, I couldn't even walk toward them.
I'm glad that you found a new life here in Penacony. It's just...
Don't worry, Robin. Dreams have their significance, but they aren't everything. Both the children and I understand this. No matter how long we fly through this dream, we will one day return to reality.
Yeah, wake up eventually.
But you know what? Emma and Gary aren't plagued by their insecurities anymore. No, and Carol is learning how to cope with her blindness. And Andy is livelier than ever. Well, even I've become more optimistic. You see, in dreams, we learn how to live. Once we return to reality, we learn how to survive.
And should our feathers be damaged, then we share our wings with one another. There's no need to covet an illusory sky in dreams, because we have the right and the ability to fly towards a broader horizon.
It's a relief to see you safe and sound, Miss Robin.
Robin, you're not dead.
It's nice to see you all again, Astral Express crew. I heard my disappearance caused quite the commotion out there. I'm really sorry about that.
So, does Sunday actually think you're dead?
Since you're here, can we assume that you're fully aware of the situation in Penacony?
Ever since I returned to Penacony,
His position he must know,
my voice
right?
started to change, until it gradually faded away. At first, I thought it was a temporary ailment, perhaps due to having been away too long. I thought maybe it just takes some time for my body to acclimate to the high concentration of Memoria and Asdana. But now it seems the root of the problem goes way beyond me. There are elements around me that don't align with the harmony. Losing my voice is just one of the signs of the Sweet Dreams collapse.
Can't sing, not harmonious enough.
Sweet Dreams collapse. That memo keeper mentioned the same thing. So it's real.
While I was away from Penacony, the boundaries of the 12 dreamscapes kept expanding outward. But whenever I mentioned the anomalies in my dreams, all the family heads refused to talk about it. Only my brother was willing to respond.
Just pretend the problem doesn't exist and maybe it'll go away.
Later, I discovered the secret letters from the IPC ambassador, which further convinced me that there are hidden secrets beneath the surface of Penacony. So, following the clues in the Oak family's dossiers, I found my way here, the land of the exiles, concealed by the family under the guise of death. A dream within a dream, where Penacony's past is buried.
Hearing you speak, it sounds as if your voice has made somewhat of a recovery.
I hate to admit it, but the harmony in this place resonates more broadly than within the Sweet Dream.
The more harmonious in this dream.
It's regrettable, but the family has experienced betrayal. The traitor, or traitors, abandoned their original principles and, using the name of harmony, exploited people's weaknesses to turn Penacony into the planet of festivities, trapping everyone in the illusion of the Sweet Dream. This is not the strong defending the weak, but rather the strong exploiting the weak. A world without equality won't ever be favored by the harmony. And naturally, those voices blessed by them have lost the ability to sing.
So she doesn't actually like the surface Penacony?
Could there be another force influencing the family's shift in philosophy, Miss Robin? Considering what happened with Acheron, it's difficult to conceive of another entity within the realm of the harmony capable of influencing everyone. Unless a power surpassing that of an emanator is involved.
I'd heard about what happened to the Xianzhou Alliance, but as far as I'm aware, the family hasn't faced any such external interventions. Who knows? Perhaps I've just been away too long and missed something. Regardless, I cannot accept my home is moving towards the very opposite of what the harmony represents, while still claiming to uphold it. I must uncover the reason why Mikhail cut ties with the family, and who exactly it was who betrayed us all. Do you remember our arrangement, Mr. Micah? Well, here's my answer. I've decided to forgo my role,
and never step foot on the Charmony Festival stage again.
Ooh. 11 system hours. That went by quickly. I didn't click that.
Look here, brother. A
Oh!
little bird.
It's so cute!
Looks like a fledgling Charmony dove, but Charmony doves don't live here. So how did this little bird get here? Maybe its parents abandoned it?
It looks weak and frail. Why don't we find something soft and make a nest for it?
This place is too dangerous for a fledgling. Let's take it with us. We can put it on the wooden shelf in front of your window.
Okay. A bird like that must have a beautiful singing voice. But where will it live?
I'll ask the family head to build a cage for it.
A cage? But then it won't have the freedom to fly, right?
Let's see. What is it that has captured the attention of the two best interpreters of the Great One? To the point that they've forgotten how to enjoy their dessert. Oh, poor little thing.
Who is this? Why do they sound so malicious?
Do you want to rescue
This is labeled as kind voice, but I don't trust this voice.
I do.
It's a suspicious voice.
I don't want to lock it up in a cage.
Why?
Even if it's small and not fully feathered. Can't sing. It didn't come into this world just to be locked up in a cage. Birds. They should be flying free in the sky.
That's quite the romantic idea. And what about you, a young scholar? Do you agree with your sister?
I think she's right. But if we leave it out in the wild, it won't survive for more than a few days at best.
Ah, I see. It seems our little scholar is still a bit unsure. Well, let me tell you youngsters a story. As you probably know, Charmony doves can fly through the air. When they fly really high, the friction caused by the flapping of their feathers against the atmosphere creates amazing lights, so that they look like shooting stars. We've seen this spectacle so many times that we think it's just something they can naturally do. But that's not the truth. Their radiant display is the result
a really
of
cool sounding
countless struggles against nature over generations. Their ancestors were too weak to survive on the ground, so to escape predators, they started seeking new opportunities in the air. After countless attempts by many generations, one of them finally figured out how to fly. It soared into the sky and never looked back at the ground again.
So, you mean birds aren't born to fly, but they find a way to do it through their determination?
Well, that's an idealistic way of putting it. So, what are your thoughts, Sunday?
I think people believe birds are meant to fly because they've never seen those birds crashing to their death.
That's an interesting perspective. So, have you decided what to do with the bird now?
For now, I'll keep it in a cage until it can take care of itself because I want it to live, no matter what.
Well said, kids. It seems each of you has found your own answer. Your insights are truly remarkable. And I hope they come true in their own way.
We will take good care of it. Won't we, brother?
Yeah. But
Care for the
Mr.
boy, it's a
Gopherwood,
baby.
there's one thing I don't
Gopherwood?
quite understand.
What the hell kind of name is Gopherwood?
And what might that be, my son?
What if this little Charmony dove never learns to fly in the end? I mean, if there are fledglings in this world that can never fly throughout their lives, should we let them go back to the sky? only to see them crash to the ground and die.
Talking in your sleep, Birdie? Time to wake up.
Gallagher!
Huh? Need a hand?
I'm still alive?
Yeah. Happy about that?
Where is Robin? Tell me. Now.
So he doesn't know. So there's just a bunch of hotel employees and the like just living in this alternate dreamscape. And the head of Penacony's family doesn't know about it? Like they just wake up, then they get yoinked by the death meme back to where they live over here at the end of their shift, and this guy just doesn't know?
I knew that was going to be the first thing you'd ask. Don't worry, your sister is here, safe and sound. She's probably walking around the streets now. If I were you, I'd be more worried about myself. After all, right in front of you is the guy who just stabbed you in the chest with a dagger.
If you wanted to kill me, you wouldn't give me the chance to speak. Just tell me your demands, lackey of the Watchmaker.
So, you figured out who I am, huh? No wonder you had the guts to go against the Dream Master and the Four Families. Looks like I made the right choice.
Choice?
I never realized Sunday has like eyes all over, like up on the halo and whatnot, and on his shoulder here.
You are aware of my plan and see through my act. Time is running out, so let's drop the charades.
Biblically accurate Sunday.
I'm suggesting we cooperate.
Cooperate? What makes you think I'd
Oh, there's another one on his chest.
you?
The fact that the famous Robin has chosen my side. Plus, some clues about a traitor and a bright future for Penacony. Any of that catch your interest?
I find it hard to believe a man who's full of deception.
Fine. You don't have to trust me. What you should trust is the sense of justice inside of you.
Sense of justice, also ambition.
Show me Robin first.
All right, as you wish. Here she is.
Huh? What's your trick this time?
I was like, where?
Just kidding. I mean, this lady will lead us to Robin, right?
And the crew, too. There are too many people who you owe an explanation.
That'd be great. Please follow me, Honorable Oak family head.
Yeah, I like us. We're getting the whole gang together.
Are on the stage.
Everybody's coming in. Moments later. The memorials.
This is the monument I mentioned earlier. The names inscribed on it should be familiar to all of you.
Oh?
Rosalina and...
Oh.
Tiernan.
When Penacony was known as a frontier prison, it was the Trailblazers who connected it with the stars. They were the heroes who saved Asdana, and their names deserve to be immortalized. Not just on this small stone tablet, but in the annals of history for all of time. However, today, the planet of festivities is nothing but sweet dreams. That heavy piece of history is all a distant memory. Just like that prison.
If their names are inscribed here, then that means...
According to Micah, they died long ago.
Rosalina was killed during the War of Independence. She ventured alone into the heart of the star system to investigate the flow of Memoria, but she never returned. Tiernan was a skilled gunslinger, strong and reliable. He led the people through countless battles, but he didn't live long enough to witness the arrival of true peace.
What's the Dodstone?
In the decade following the war, Penacony faced challenges internal and external.
What's the
To
Dodstone?
protect Asdana,
I saw 3 there.
Tiernan took up the way of the Trailblaze and led the Lampmoth family to explore beyond the system, only to be surrounded and wiped out by the swarm.
Though I had expected as much, the tales of these heroes truly are sorrowful.
True to the title of Trailblazer. They spent their lives venturing
Oh,
into the
good. She's
unknown.
asking. Let's go, Himiko.
But what about this tablet? There are no names carved on it.
That's for you guys when you kick the bucket.
When Dreamflux Reef was created,
Gallagher!
its owner was still alive. However, he insisted on erecting a monument for himself, saying that it will happen someday.
This
Here we
one's
meet
for me.
again. Everyone from the Astral Express.
Robin.
I can't believe this whole thing was here and just Sunday somehow didn't know about it. Walt and Himiko kind of just dipped. Okay.
I promised to give
Up
the
the back.
siblings some privacy, so let's talk about our business
I seek
first.
lore
What do you
and
say?
answers.
That sounds sensible enough. Since you went through the trouble of gathering the family head, the crew, and the Stellaron hunters, I'm guessing you have something important to say, Mr. Gallagher?
Oh, is it that obvious?
The look on your face is practically screaming, I'm the one behind all this.
You're right, Mr. Yang. It is indeed time to come clean on everything. The siblings already know what they need to, and they've made their choice. But you, Nameless, arrived a bit late. So it's only fair that I answer your questions.
Why are you so sus?
Before we begin, let me reintroduce myself. I'm the founder of Dreamflux Reef, the deputy of the Watchmaker, and the one who sent out that invitation.
So it's your plaque. That's why there's no name on it yet. Makes sense, makes sense, makes sense.
As Gallagher, the history fictionologist, I humbly extend my greetings to you all.
History fictionologist? So what, everything you told us was made up?
Well, don't worry. Almost everything I shared was true. Well, except for the part about the family accepting me back.
I double-checked with Micah, and everything he said about the family, the Watchmaker, and Mikhail is true.
Thank you for your understanding. Now let's get down to business. I'm sure you're all wondering why I went through the trouble of setting up this battle for the legacy, inviting different factions, and stirring up a ruckus all over Penacony. Well, it all boils down to something very familiar to all of you. The Stellaron.
I have one of those.
The Stellaron? But how is that possible? Penacony is a free-flowing interstellar hub. There are no signs of contamination whatsoever.
You're totally correct. So, care to take a guess at what that means?
The Stellaron has been sealed?
I wish that were the truth. But if that were the case, I wouldn't have invited all of you. The sweet dream doesn't come out of thin air. If you think of the memory zone as the sea, creating the land of the dreams is like filling that wild ocean with earth to make an island. To achieve this feat, without the help of an emanator of remembrance or enigmata, the only way is to use a Stellaron. And that's not something you can achieve with a simple wish. It requires vast quantities of knowledge, time, and manpower. I'm sure you get what I'm hinting at. In Azdana, the planet of festivities itself is a Stellaron disaster.
The planet of festivities itself is a Stellaron disaster?
The Stellaron is not very harmonious.
It all started a long time ago, back when the Watchmaker and his crew liberated the frontier prison. They faced countless challenges as they began building Penacony from the ground up. That's when the idea of using the Stellaron came into play.
So they intentionally started fucking around with the Stellaron?
The Stellaron first entered the Azdana system during the war. The Nameless warned everyone against
Oh, well, there you go. Okay.
the folly of attempting to tamper
They were
with
told
such
not to do
power.
it.
And most heeded their words. But there are always people in the shadows with ulterior motives. The turning point came after Tiernan's death. With two of the Nameless gone, the Watchmaker had to go to the front lines. It was at that moment his rivals saw an opportunity. By the time a representative from the Montour System's family arrived at the Watchmaker's call, the Stellaron had already been activated and was seeping into the primordial synesthesia dreamscape.
And I suppose the family happened to possess the knowledge to seal the Stellaron?
Not just that. They knew far more about the Stellaron than the average person. They helped Mikhail swiftly quell the civil unrest and played a part in building Penacony under the disguise of the Harmony.
So does the Harmony not actually have anything to do with, like, the like, Tourist Penacony? Like, is that just all Stellaron and they just pretend that it's the Harmony? Or...
Those 3 eras were known as the Age of Dreaming. The Watchmaker, who had been left in the dark, sent out invitations across the universe, spreading the hype around the land of the dreams.
Then, how did they turn against each other?
Remember the island in the ocean metaphor? The truth is, the Stellaron was never truly sealed. It existed in a different form within the dreamscape. Think about this. What would it cost to create and maintain such a lavish dreamland? It's people's lives. The opulent dream is built upon the decay of spirits, with a toxic elixir called pleasure flowing through the dreamscape. It tempts people to indulge in the dreamscape, and gradually their minds succumb, becoming nourishment for the sweet dream.
The dream feasts upon the visitors.
Confusion, laziness, and cowardice. Weaknesses that plague humanity were magnified and nourished by the family. Penacony became a new kind of prison, even more impenetrable than the previous one. Sadly, we realized this far too late. By then, the family had a firm grip on Penacony, swiftly quelling any opposition that arose. At my wit's end, I had to use the power of the Enigmata, and sought refuge in this chaotic realm. Over the years, I created a meme within this dream for our use.
So, Sunday's just letting this all happen? Or did he not know? Or can he not do anything because of the other family heads?
Dormancy. That's its real name. We exploited a loophole. You see, regular people can't fall asleep again while they are inside the dreamscape.
So this is the true meaning of the impossible. You sent out invitations in the Watchmaker's name to find forces capable of resolving the Stellaron disaster and draw them into Penacony to uncover the truth.
Smart.
It's not just that. Above all, I wanted to see what happens when the major factions engage in a struggle for the legacy. Since this is the Watchmaker's first announcement in decades, the traitor within the family is bound to reveal themselves.
So, the legacy is just a facade.
If you want to consider the Stellaron as the legacy, I'm totally fine with that.
If that's the case, where is the Stellaron now?
That's a question for Mr. Wings. The Stellaron is still under the family's control, and as the head of the Oak family, I'm sure
so he does
he
know
holds
about it.
all
He's
the
just
answers.
he's just going along with this. Sunday, what are you doing? Answers, Birdman.
Are you done talking? So, will you tell us where the Stellaron is?
It is the Penacony Grand Theater itself.
As I suspected. It's the embodiment of the family. The edifice that first materialized within the Sweet Dream. That's what turned Penacony into its current state.
As for the person who employed its power, it is in fact Mr. Gopherwood, the current Dream Master.
Okay, so dude who was puppeting a bunch of people to tell Acheron to get the hell out of Penacony is Gopherwood.
Well, that was easier than I thought. Did you conduct your own investigation already?
Correct. When I was trying to track down the person who murdered my sister, apart from you, Gopherwood was my second suspect.
Confronting me first turned out to be a smart move on your part.
I didn't have other options. The Dream Master has been elusive, and even the heads of the families can hardly get an audience with him. Moreover, Mr. Gopherwood has been kind to my sister and me. And I didn't want it all to end like this.
I don't know, he's got that villain voice.
What do you mean by that?
To be honest, My brother and I are also victims of the cancer of all worlds. We grew up as orphans, and were adopted by the family when they came to help. Mr. Gopher Wood recognized our potential and brought us to Penacony.
Why, you guys are the only ones with head wings?
But I can't just stand by and watch Mr. Gopherwood become an enemy of the Harmony. I won't use my voice to support an evil cause. I won't step on that stage and sing, no matter who the traitor is, or what orders they give me. I won't let the Charmony Festival become an event that destroys Harmony itself.
I mean, if it's gonna destroy Harmony and your voice relies on Harmony, then you physically can't go up and destroy Harmony with your voice of Harmony, can you?
For the paradise in our dreams.
Indeed. For the paradise in our dreams.
Although there are other Holovians, and none of them have head wings.
As the head of the Oak family, I'm responsible for ensuring Penacony's promising future. Robin and I will head into the Sweet Dream and confront the Dream Master. And if it turns out that the family has truly strayed from the Harmony, I'll fight alongside you. We'll put the Charmony Festival on hold and make sure Mr. Gopherwood pays for his blood debt.
How are you gonna fight with me? I can't pull you yet.
The enemies you are about to face aren't like this old dog here, who can barely even bark. Since our interests are aligned, why don't we team up? Maybe, just maybe, we'll have a shot at success.
Yes.
We have always
Whole
been
squad going in.
the footsteps of our nameless predecessors, and there's no reason to stop now.
Yeah, we Nameless won't back down from a challenge. Isn't that right, Miss Trailblazer?
Heroes never back down. Peace was never an option.
Exactly! It's time for the crew to save the world once more!
Rest assured, sitting on the sidelines isn't in our nature. Mr. Sunday, Miss Robin, I'm willing to accompany you on behalf of the Astral Express. Having a third party present should help with negotiations, and could make all the difference if things get ugly.
Thank you, Mr. Yang.
Thank you all very much.
The Charmony Festival is about to start, and time is against us. We must hasten.
Everyone, let's gather over here. We still need to make some preparations.
Okay.
I may have been quick to step up to the plate, but confronting the Dream Master could be a very dangerous affair.
Huh? Even you're saying that, Mr. Yang? How powerful is that Dream Master?
He apparently has no body. He can pop in a lot of people.
He's the leader of the families of Penacony, and he has the entire power of
So he
Harmony
says to
behind
Acheron.
him. Not to mention the Stellaron in his possession. We must proceed with great caution.
Maybe you can just stay behind this time, Mr. Yang?
It's just is this like a Colia situation all over again, where it's just leader corrupted by Stellaron?
No, that won't do. Even if we count Robin as an ally, something felt off about Mr. Sunday just now. Although, I can't quite put my finger on it. I have to make sure he won't turn against us when things start to get dicey.
Sunday corrupted by Stellaron.
You're still carrying the keepsake the IPC envoy gave you, right? May I borrow it for a moment?
What's this? Oh yeah, the token. There you go.
I knew it.
What do you need it
As
for?
I suspected, this chip Aventurine gave to you is actually a miniature transmitter.
It's tracking me, how dare he?
If I'm right, he intends to use it to track your location or contact you when needed. As it so happens, this may actually be of some use in the current situation.
Aventurine? Is he still alive?
Kinda.
And what does he have to do with our mission to confront the Dream Master?
Remember what I said earlier? Working with the IPC is a way to keep the family in check. If negotiations go south and the family show their true colors by going after the Stellaron, I'll use this transmitter to send a message to the IPC. It'll be just the opportunity the IPC ambassador was hoping for. The only question mark in all of this is Aventurine's current status. But the IPC is always listening, especially senior strategic investment department heads like him. Getting the message across shouldn't be a problem.
Good luck to you, Welt.
Well, you take care too. If anything goes wrong, don't worry about me. Just make sure to seal the Stellaron.
And now that you're talking like this, I am worried about you.
Spoken like a true hero. Even if the Dream Master is innocent, the family's corruption runs deep. I won't make the same mistake Mikhail.
I was wondering who's gonna keep talking. That was a long pause.
Let's wish him the best of luck.
But if anything happens to Welt, I'm gonna go push Sparkle's detonate button myself. Whole Penacony's going up in flames.
Don't you have something else to tell us, Gallagher?
Why would you say so?
Before we departed, the conductor asked us to inquire about the 3 nameless in Penacony. We've already collected intel about Razalina and Tiernan.
Did he?
So the only one left is Legwork.
His name is Legwork?
If I'm not mistaken. We've already met him somewhere, haven't we?
It's not enough to say meet, but the answer is pretty obvious. After all, I've hinted at it in quite an evident way. I've been watching over you ever since I received the reply from the Astral Express. And I've seen the great effort you all put into linking different realms together across the cosmos. And now, after getting this far all in one piece, you have truly proven yourselves. Miss Himiko, were you the one who repaired the Express and got it sailing through the cosmos again?
Yes.
And you two, young Nameless, you have very interesting life stories and extraordinary skills.
Can you say that we have interesting life stories when March doesn't remember hers and I just kind of poofed into existence when Kafka put a Stellaron inside me? Of course, my reputation precedes me. Believe in the galactic baseballer supremacy.
What? Hey, you can't just make up titles like that.
You're full of energy. Please send my regards to the conductor, Pom Pom. Please let them know that their friend had fond memories from his time aboard the Express, which he reminisced on every time he had a good drink. As for the last Nameless, he embarked, disembarked, and embarked again, traveling in a great circle, ending up back where he started. On his deathbed,
it's about the joy,
he told me to
okay?
find the Astral Express and deliver an invitation to the future Nameless. He left behind a special gift, a true legacy. Something that belongs only to the successors of the Trailblaze.
Something for me?
Come with me. Now is the time to reveal it.
Something for me.
Back here again.
Still not dead.
Sometimes I feel like you're still alive, old friend. Like you've still got so much to say and do. I've kept my promise. Brought the future Trailblazers you've waited so long for. I don't know why you were so obsessed with that train. But I remember your last words. Don't let us down, old man.
Oh.
What's happening?
Cutscene. Is that like a secret password to rearrange the buildings or something?
Go ahead. His resting place lies in the garden up ahead. The first and last Nameless of Penacony, Mikhail Char Legward, the Watchmaker.
So his last name was Legwork. That's still weird. Alright, Mr. Legwork. Come. Turn around the chair, there's just a skeleton sitting there. Hi. Maybe actually. Beneath the sea surface of Memory Zone, in a garden closest to the full moon in the water, an elderly man rests on a recliner, enveloped in utter silence. I'm having a hard time reading that, my goodness. The watchmaker, Mikhail Char Legwork, has passed into that endless, timeless dream where no sound could ever awaken him.
Sure enough, the watchmaker is the third nameless. Even I could guess that one.
Not skeleton. I guess it's a dream, right? How would his body be sitting here in a dream? Why wouldn't he disappear? I mean, I guess it makes sense that he wouldn't decay, but he shouldn't. Should he be here?
The legacy he left behind was a dream bubble. I believe inside that bubble, there's something that holds meaning only for the nameless. After all, when I checked its contents, I found nothing inside. Maybe some Trailblaze runes? Even more mysterious than me.
Give me dream bubble.
Well, let's have a look.
Give bubble. As the world sees, Himiko nods ever so slightly in your direction. You take a deep breath, steady your mind, and turn your gaze toward the watchmaker. Touch the dream bubble in Mikhail's hand. You press your hands against the dream bubble, and the thick, viscous memoria converges under strain, then stretches outward from your fingertips. As if weaving a delicate web, it gently cradles your palm. A chill travels from your fingertips, carrying with it a myriad of vibrant and intertwined memories, as experience would suggest. Oh, but this time you see nothing at all. Try to focus and capture memories. The dream bubble is clearly extraordinary. Perhaps the approach was wrong, you think? Holding your breath and closing your eyes with one knee on the ground, you press your forehead against the thin film coated in memoria. Yet before you there remains an abyss of darkness. No crimson sun descending upon snow-capped mountains, no gentle laughter, no twinkling stars, no echoes of swords clashing, and most of all, no traces of Trailblaze. There is nothing, and nothing is there. Indubitably, this is but an empty dream bubble.
Wait, what's going on?
I want secrets!
Seriously? There's nothing inside this dream bubble?
Watchmaker scam.
How could a dream bubble be empty?
Just as I suspected. That old man always had this strange belief in the nameless and the Trailblaze. And I never understood where he got that confidence from. Especially since he never managed to get in touch with the Express while he was alive. I could never figure out what was going on in that old man's head. But this empty dream bubble is so typical of him. He was always full of weird fantasies and incomprehensible romanticism. That mischievous old man.
Did it for the jokes?
Didn't expect him to leave anything concrete behind anyway.
Don't think that's the case, Gallagher. I'm sure Mikhail has left us the most precious thing of all.
Good.
Don't start getting all philosophical on me, alright?
Just as Mikhail believes in the nameless of the future, we unconditionally believe in the nameless of the past. How could they leave with regrets for the future when they were ready to dedicate their lives to the land they loved? There must be something contained in this dream bubble. It's just we haven't figured it out yet. You also have faith in the Watchmaker, don't you, Gallagher?
Well, I'm a follower of the Enigmata. My philosophy forbids me to have faith in anything.
Fair enough.
That's why I understand what faith means in the path of Trailblaze. And I also want to know what he left behind. I'll leave it to you guys then.
I can't have faith in anything, so I'll just leave it to you to have faith in them and figure it out, because I'm sure I'm curious.
Can I borrow your pet? I need to make a trip back to Golden Hour and check something at the Dreamscape sales store.
Let's see. Is she talking about the meme? Can I borrow your cute little meme? A little death meme?
It's for Mikhail, and for the future of Penacony.
Boothill?
Welcome to the Reverie Hotel.
Boothill.
How may I help you?
Greetings. We're the Nameless from the Astral Express, and we'd like to check in.
The Astral Express? But I thought...
Yes, my companion's already checked in. My name is Dan Hung, and I believe my personal information is recorded in your system.
I see, but your companion said you wouldn't be coming due to a change of plans.
Now the plans have changed again.
And you are...
Me? I'm Pom Pom, a new Nameless who's also with the Astral Express.
Pom Pom.
He's my fellow trailblazer. We responded to the family's invitation before he boarded the express, so he wasn't registered in your system. Is it possible to accommodate him as well?
Oh, I see. Another one of the Nameless had a similar situation. Seems like a lot of people are joining the Trailblaze these days. Since there's a precedent, it shouldn't be a problem. Just give me a second to contact your companions. I'm sorry, dear guests, but it seems I'm unable to reach the other members of the Astral Express.
What do you mean
just like a
by
brain phone?
unable to reach them?
Got that microchip?
My apologies. This is the first time I've encountered a situation like this. However, the system indicates that those guests are still in the dreamscape.
How about this? Give me their room number, and we'll go check on them ourselves.
I'm afraid that's not possible. I need to verify both of your identities before I can share any guest information.
How about you just wake up someone? Let's say, Welt?
I'm sorry, but there are strict rules regarding forced awakening. It cannot be done without the proper clearance.
Oh, there's red tape.
So nothing works, huh? What's your solution then? Are you saying we sleep here? At the reception?
Please be patient. We need to contact your companions in order to confirm your identities.
And now it seems you need to confirm our identities before you can contact our companions.
It seems so.
Oh, fudge. Look,
Fudge.
Nothing personal, but if you can't handle this, go find someone else who can, okay?
Please calm down, dear guests. I do recall that Mr. Sunday, the Oak family head, personally handled this issue earlier. Oh, please.
Not gonna be able to
wait a
contact
moment
him
while I
either.
contact him.
I don't think she's trying to give us a hard time. She really just doesn't know what to do.
I have a bad feeling about this. You tried to contact them on the express earlier, but they didn't respond.
Something doesn't seem right. I need to leave for a moment. You can stay here with the receptionist.
Sure thing. Just don't keep me waiting forever. Don Hung seems pretty worried about his companions. I should give him some space. Stressing out about it won't help anything.
Hotel. Look at this guy, dude. I first found out about this character. I thought it was like just cheesy space cowboy, but he is actually so cool. There's bullets on his boots. Under his shoes. Ooh. Just pulling out a gun in the middle of the hotel lobby, don't worry about it.
Locked and loaded.
Don't know what that did.
The Charmony Festival is about to start! I'm so excited!
Hey! You guys here for the Charmony Festival too?
Well, I didn't come all the way here specially for the festival. Honestly, I don't really even know what it's about. But
Well, back in my homeworld, Anaria, we have festivals like that all the time.
Back in my
home
homeworld,
party
Nadia.
one time that was just as extravagant as the Charmony Festival.
oh, come on! The Charmony Festival is a once-in-an-amber era event. How can a birthday party compare?
Well, you never know, right? Maybe on her world, birthdays only happen once in Amber Era.
No, they happen every year. I'm just extremely wealthy.
Anyway, let's forget about that. Have you heard about the, unsettling things happening in the dreamscape?
Unsettling things? What could possibly go wrong? It better not ruin the Charmony Festival.
Wait, this kid's a Pepeshi.
To it.
Aren't the Pepeshis from here? Like, he's acting like he traveled so far to come here. To, like, for other business and to see the Charmony Festival. Which he's apparently never seen because he just hears that it's really fun. But, like, he's a Pepeshi. Doesn't he live here? Wasn't he born here? Are there Pepeshis like, outside of Penacony? What's this kid's story?
Relax. With a big event like this, there's bound to be lots of gossip and rumors. Don't worry. If anything does happen, the family will be on top
Gossip.
Oh, that's a relief. I didn't come all this way to see the festival go down the drain. Well, looks like I won't get any fudging clues out of these two. They're clueless.
Face recognition.
Hello.
Greetings. I'm Cody
Cody.
of the Bloodhound family, head of security for the hotel. How may I assist you?
Hello. So, there's something I wanted to ask about. I've been hearing some unsettling rumors about certain incidents that might affect the Charmony Festival. Do you think there's anything to be worried about? I've traveled all the way from the Hayaii Federation, and I don't want my trip to be ruined.
It's the Hayaii Federation.
What do you mean?
Wait, you haven't heard?
I'm not sure where you heard those rumors, but they're completely baseless. I can assure you, as a representative of the Bloodhound family, that everything is going smoothly for the Charmony Festival. At present, all of the families are focused on making sure the festival starts on time. Even the Dream Master himself has arrived. So don't worry, your trip won't be in vain.
That's a relief to hear. She doesn't appear to be acting. So, it seems that even the hotel staff are out of the loop. Back already?
Hasn't she returned yet?
Nope. I'm starting to wonder. Sending her to contact Sunday was a good idea.
Can't reach Sunday either.
Neither the staff nor the guests seem to know anything about what's happening in the dreamscape, and wherever we go, all we see is people enjoying themselves. Definitely not a good sign.
I hate seeing people happy. Does Bo have USB slots on his hip there?
I agree. Another unusual thing is that the Oak family is supposed to be in charge of organizing the council and managing everything inside and outside the dreamscape. However, I walked around the hotel, but didn't meet a single member of the Oak family on such an important day.
Well, I'll be forked. If I remember correctly, the head of the Oak family is that Sunday guy, right?
We'll all be forked.
We shouldn't linger here too long. Let's go back to the Express for now.
Not so fast. Have you ever robbed the IPC, bro? If you run away now, everyone will be chasing after you.
Are you suggesting we sit here and do nothing?
What to do with robbing the IPC?
I wouldn't say do nothing. But let's stay put for now. Even if the family has ulterior motives, they couldn't have anticipated us showing up here. We're the surprise factor for them.
I mean, I guess he has a point where you show up, they can't confirm your identities, they can't get in contact with anyone from the Express, they can't get in contact with Sunday, and then you immediately dip. It does make you look a little sus.
They don't want to attract unwanted attention from certain outsiders, so they won't do anything reckless. See? The IPC lackeys are keeping a close eye on this hotel.
If I were a family member, I'd find an official excuse and keep the surprise factors here. If we just wait here, that would be like walking into their trap.
Of course, we don't need to walk into their trap. I gave a backup plan to the Memo Keeper. If it turns out we won't be allowed to enter the dreamscape, she'll order a drink for me in the VIP lounge at the hotel. In reality...
a secret signal.
That's right.
A concrete object can indeed help the Memo Keeper establish a connection with you. But Boothill, if you have more backup plans in the future, I hope you'll let me know in advance.
I'm sorry, but it's one of my quirks. I have too many unreliable friends. And if I reveal that I have backup plans, things can go awry. And that would leave all backup plans completely useless.
How do we get into the VIP lounge?
This is where my street smarts come into play.
Hello, Dennis.
You're the lobby manager, right?
Yes, I am.
Yes.
How may I assist you?
We're the Nameless from the Astral Express. We wanted to check in, but there's something wrong with your system. The lady at the front desk said she would contact the manager, but now she's nowhere to be found. Now, we've been waiting here forever, without any food or water. What the fork, man? Is this how the family treats its guests?
Is this your idea of street smarts? Starting an altercation?
It's called standing up for your rights.
I apologize for the inconvenience. Please wait while we try to contact Mr. Sunday. I'll arrange 2 premium seats in the VIP lounge so you can rest there while you wait.
See? Just like that.
Just don't call yourself Nameless next time.
It's like I'm not taking ownership for you. Drink?
Good evening, gentlemen.
Hey, I have an order for a bottle of Hasdana's White Oak. Can you help us find it?
Hasdana's White Oak? I think there might be a misunderstanding. We don't serve that here.
Oh, no way. Are you sure you're not mistaken?
If someone had reserved such a beverage, I would definitely remember it. It sells for hundreds of thousands of credits per bottle, after all. I couldn't afford to cover for such an item if it were broken or lost.
That's strange. Well, could it be that the Memo Keeper couldn't afford it?
Then what should we do now?
No need to rush. Let's grab some drinks first. Maybe I arrived too early and he hasn't come yet. Let's see what kind of juice malts you all have here. Well, give me a glass of Hinam Valley, 40 years. I'll have it neat. No ice.
Wow, that's the most expensive one on the list. You have a taste for the finer things.
It's on the house, anyway.
What can I get for you?
Anything you recommend is fine.
Then I would recommend today's special, Glass Village. It's classic Soul Glad mixed with Laboon juice. It's refreshing and suits your cool demeanor. Just 1 minute.
Flavor. Dynamite barbecue with rocket fuel. Ooh, really hits the spot. Truly the finest sherry cask-aged malt juice in the cosmos.
Dynamite barbecue with rocket fuel. Is that really something that humans enjoy?
Hey, he's largely robot, you know?
Hey, this guy doesn't know anything at all.
As long as you're satisfied, dear guests, please enjoy.
Let's give the Memo Keeper another
Black
half,
Swan.
just an hour.
Where you at,
If she
bro?
doesn't show up, we'll need to come up with a new plan. In the meantime, let's take stock of the situation. What do you think?
The situation is unclear. Something must have happened on the planet of festivities, but the public is unaware of it. Someone in a position of power within the family must be covering it up. It's unusual for the followers of the Harmony to invite other factions, let alone the IPC and the Masked Fools. If what you said about the Emanator of the Nihility is true, the situation in Penacony is a little complicated, to say the least.
Actually, there's something else I'm concerned about. Regarding Acheron, as you know, the faction that follows the path of the Hunt are some of the most dangerous folks in the cosmos to mess with. I mean, who in their right mind would impersonate the Xianzhou Alliance or the Galaxy Rangers? It's like asking for a death wish.
I mean, she's an Emanator, so she's probably not afraid of anything, and the Galaxy Rangers are a convenient cover because they're always alone and people don't know a lot about them.
Isn't there a saying among the Xianzhou people that the Rainbow Sect lets their Lux arrow do all the beating?
Talking. Do all the talking.
Well, you know what I mean. Even though the Galaxy Rangers have been out of sight for years, we've been keeping an eye on this region. Even the dumbest criminals know better than to mess with the Annihilation Gang, much less the Rangers. But that Acheron lady, she doesn't seem like a lunatic at all. On the contrary, she's highly logical and organized. She knows exactly when to hold back and when to strike without mercy.
Where's she anyways, that she got kicked out of Penacony?
And you believe that someone like her would have an ulterior motive for impersonating a Galaxy Ranger?
Is it
I'm
treasure
not
chest?
entirely sure, but I do have my suspicions. Maybe she knows a Galaxy Ranger, or perhaps she's trying to lure us out for some reason, which I can't figure out.
Anyway,
Maybe that
what
treasure
worries
chest
me more are the anomalies within the
behind
family.
my head.
They've summoned followers from various paths for the festival. No matter how generous such a gesture is, this move seems highly unusual, unless the invitations weren't sent by them. If that's the case, it's even more intriguing that the family insists on organizing the Charmony Festival, despite the chaos.
Maybe it's Sheepay the Harmony pulling the strings. You find it beyond human understanding because it wasn't arranged by humans at all. People do stupid things out of irrational impulses. They abandon their principles when self-interest is involved. They believe in things they know they shouldn't, and fudge, they even break their own rules. But eons don't. They stick to their determined path and never turn back, even if they reach a dead end.
You don't become an eon or god or whatever else of a certain thing without being extremely rigid to that one thing.
You think Sheepay's will is behind all this?
It may not necessarily be Sheepay, but there's definitely some higher entity involved. I know it may sound pessimistic, but if human free will were reliable, why would we even need Galaxy Rangers? It's much simpler when you boil it down to the eons and paths. Like how Lon always follows the path of the Hunt, or how the Express stays true to the Trailblaze despite Akavili's disappearance.
But in my opinion, Akavili's fall holds significance for the Nameless.
Oh, so you're saying the Nameless now have to take responsibility for their own choices because their absolutely right leader is gone?
Exactly. I believe the purpose of the journey isn't just about following a path that's always considered absolutely right. It's more about doing your best to choose the right path for yourself among countless possibilities, even with limited insight and judgment.
I don't know what you've been through, but I agree that people must take responsibility for their choices, because no one else can do it for them.
Can I just point out, by the way, how absolutely massive the zipper on his chest is? Like if you were to put his hand up there to like actually pull that zipper, that's like a full hand clenched zipper.
That's why the Galaxy Rangers need to uncover the imposter and figure out her true intentions. Just in case. I have a backup plan if the Memo Keeper doesn't show up. This is my final backup plan. I promise.
You sure have a lot of cards up your sleeve.
Well, going back to my old career would make things a lot easier. By the way, when you were walking around the hotel, did you happen to see any important-looking guests?
What's your plan?
It's simple. We just grab some hostages and use them as bargaining chips with the family. Or maybe we can take their identities.
No need for that. We'll return to the Express now.
Wait, are you getting scared? Draw your weapon. Let's make a big scene.
Are you leaving, esteemed guests? Would you like to cancel that As Donna's White Oak you just ordered?
Huh? As Donna's White Oak? But didn't you just say...
Ha ha. Looks like you are a bit intoxicated, esteemed guests. You ordered a bottle of As Donna's White Oak just a moment ago.
Looks like your Memo Keeper friend has finally arrived.
Oh, right. Sorry, my memory's not the best. You know, too many modifications and all. Anyway, let me check. Well, fork me. It says Donna's White Oak, all right. And there's a note. I'll be waiting for you on the Astral Express.
Don Hung wins. Gotta go back to the train anyways.
No mistake. That's her message to you. She knew the hotel wasn't safe, so she suggested we find another place.
Don't take me out of here. I want that chest.
Well, looks like we took a detour, but now it's back to the Astral Express. So, what are we waiting for? Let's go.
Don't do it. No, you bitch!
You're back? Two guests just boarded saying they were looking for Boothill, so I told them to wait in the parlor car.
Two?
Oh,
who's the other one?
Just in time.
Is the other one Akavan? Are we about to get the Akavan Boothill showdown?
Two guests?
Yeah, or two. Look, we welcome all passengers on the Astral Express, but sneaking in like that, you have no regard for etiquette.
You must show respect to Pom Pom.
My apologies, conductor. It was an oversight on my part. I assumed you were already acquainted with the garden. Given the chaotic situation in Penacony, the Nameless are the only ones we can truly trust right now.
You are the Memo Keeper.
Pleased to meet you, Dan Hung. I've seen you in others' memories. And as for Boothill, this is our first face-to-face meeting. I hope you enjoyed that bottle of Astana's White Oak. You sure have a refined taste.
Finally, Memo Keeper. Well, let's cut to the chase. Spill everything you know.
That's precisely what I intend to do. But before that, please allow me to introduce myself. My name is Black Swan, and I serve the Garden of Recollection as a Memo Keeper. As for Acheron's story, I'm sure she knows it better than I do.
Greetings. I'm Acheron.
What? You Garden of Recollection shirtbag! You betrayed me!
You shirtbag!
I apologize, but she did that at my request. Due to certain reasons, I have been exiled by the family. Thankfully, this Memo Keeper came to my aid and helped me escape their surveillance unnoticed.
I accidentally cleaved a giant hole in the sky. They weren't very happy about it.
To be honest, it was more like stalking than helping. And the process was far from unnoticed. But we did escape.
I asked her to guide me to a place beyond the family's reach and to contact a few trustworthy individuals. Namely, all of you.
Trustworthy? Son of a nice lady. You think I'm dumb or something? How about this? I'll put a few bullet holes in your head and see what secrets spill out. Then, we can talk about trust.
It doesn't have to be like that. I'm willing to answer all your questions, but not right now. If my cover hadn't been blown, we might have had more time, but at the moment, we don't have any other options.
No other options? What do you mean?
This is the only way I can ensure everyone's safety. I kindly request an immediate warp jump out of the Astana star system.
This passenger is requesting...
As far as I can tell, she's not a threat, and seems to be telling the truth.
I've briefly traveled with your companions and know their whereabouts, Dan Heng. Please rest assured, your nameless companions are safe, but they need our help. As for Boothill, you may have guessed. I've been waiting for you. Galaxy Rangers are known for their elusive nature and limited contact with each other. So this was the only way I could reach out to you.
Lure you in
Only
by
by
pretending
doing
to be
this
one of you.
can I find a true Galaxy Ranger and fulfill a long-standing promise. To return his relics to their rightful owner. Someone once told me that every rainfall is like a gift from the heavens, a sign of their mercy upon the world. Raindrops are said to be the tears of the gods, shed in response to the sorrows of the world. Their constant pouring is a reminder that the gods haven't abandoned us yet. So, how long has this rain been going on for?
I used to believe, just like you, that it would eventually stop. Years and decades passed. And in the end, such hope faded away before the rain did. Looks like the god you mentioned doesn't exist after all.
As he spoke, the old man's gaze remained fixed on the distance. Amidst the fine drizzle of black rain, countless shadowy hands emerged from the sea, shrouded in ethereal mist, reaching out towards the sky one by one. That's creepy.
Well, let me share a story. Mortals who walk the paths are like sailors on a vast ocean, leaving behind a trail that creates countless ripples of possibilities. These ripples last longer than the fleeting lifetimes of humans, and for some, their presence leaves such a strong mark that it's reflected in the waves.
Like those shadows on the ocean.
Sin-thirsters, the obsessions of the Pathstriders, they emerge from the depths of IX, seeing themselves as masters of their own destiny, unknowingly repeating the actions of their past lives. They emerge from the nihility and head toward it, leading purposeless lives. However, these hollow phantoms, they were once my dear companions. A group of Galaxy Rangers.
How did that happen?
Over them?
Watching over them? No. I'm guiding them toward transcendence. It was a brutal war. A crusade that shook the universe. The universe witnessed
I'm too
the
dumb
fall
for
of
Aquaman
Zula,
story
the
stuff.
Lord
She
Ravager, but it
confuses
came
me.
at a price. A price so hefty that only those who were there still remember. The unwavering determination of the Hunt followers persists even in death. So someone must guide these lost souls to their life beyond. They were heroes in their time, and they shouldn't be reduced to mere puppets of nihility. As for me, I have suffered too many losses on that battlefield to advance any further. And that makes me the most fitting person to carry out this task.
But you know, these sin thirsters, they're not who they used to be.
Does this seem pointless to you? Well, some tasks have to be done.
She is a little
even
nihilistic.
If they are pointless.
I can help you.
For what?
For the meaning of the nihility. That's what I've been seeking.
I see. After all, this realm is off limits to ordinary souls, right? Thank you, stranger. I wish that you find what you seek.
Before we part ways, I have one more question. It is true that their actions and even their entire lives may seem pointless from our perspective. But if, and it's just an if this is what the departed ones expected, should we try to change it?
A good question. And a profound one. I don't know the answer. What I do know is that one day I too will pass away. And when I bid farewell to this world, someone will stand at my grave and place a bouquet of flowers on it.
Robin. 9 system hours.
When I appeared as a child, my speech, mindset, and soul reflected immaturity and innocence. As I grew into adulthood, I left behind my childlike side.
What do you mean appeared as a child? You just poof into existence? Just like spawned as like a 7-year-old or something?
Esteemed advocate of Shipe.
Come to me, my kinship. I have sought their presence with us.
As you wish. I have faithfully served the Alfalfa family for nearly a decade, promoting the path of the harmony to the best of my ability. However, I made a mistake yesterday. While I was preparing dinner for the family head, I accidentally dropped a prepared dish on the floor.
Is he listening to people's confessions?
Out of laziness, I lied and claimed that everything was ready. Although the head has dismissed me as punishment, it has been tough to sleep with the guilt still gnawing at me, as I worried that the seeds of evilness may have taken root in my soul. So, I confess to you now, to seek atonement for my sins.
Do you sincerely repent and vow to change your ways?
Yes.
Have you examined your soul and confessed all your sins?
Oh, yes.
Are you willing to accept the process of atonement?
Yes.
Very well. Show your dedication and goodwill to the family, and you shall be reinstated among them. Now, please, leave in peace.
Oh, praise Shipe. And thank you, esteemed advocate.
I feel like, of all the sins to bring to confession, saying I accidentally dropped a plate of food on the floor and then I lied about it, doesn't seem like the worst thing.
Next, please, step forward.
I wholeheartedly confess to you. Please, pardon my sins.
Rest assured, I have implored their presence to be with us. As long as you are sincere, absolution will be granted.
Oh, great. You know, I arrived in Penacony as a stowaway.
Oh, Jesus.
I sold everything to get a ticket. My house, my land, and my two children.
This is the kind of thing that I would expect more like at a confession. Yeah, I sold my family away in order to get a ticket to Penacony.
I see. Please.
Even Sunday's like, what the hell?
My children were starving, and I hoped they'd have a chance at survival if they became slaves here. If I can strike it rich here, I'll lift them out of that situation and give them the life they deserve. But the Bloodhound family got wind of it. They're on my tail, hunting me down. I thought I could bring my kids here. It was all my fault. All my fault.
Yeah.
The family is ready to forgive all sinners. I'll ask the Bloodhound family to cease their pursuit. You don't need to live in fear anymore.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'll work my hardest to redeem my children and make them part of the family. Praise the Harmony!
Don't worry, the Harmony will just hand wave away the fact that you sold your children into slavery.
Next.
Save the kids, man. Sunday got in jail.
Hey! Long time no see, Mr. Sunday. The most esteemed individual in Penacony, and the next leader of the Oak family, right?
Oh, so this is before he was the leader?
I have sought their presence with us. Let us proceed.
Sure. Let's just get this over with. I have sinned. Please forgive me. I wasted half a pizza at breakfast, and a bottle of Soul Glad. That's it. Nothing more. When we wrap this up, I've got a Robo-Ball game to catch, you know?
Do you seek to atone for your sins through good deeds?
My sins? Well, started to sound like a saint, huh? Well, let me tell you something. Neither the family nor you have the right to judge me.
Do people have to come here? Why is this Pepeshi guy here if he didn't do anything and he doesn't want to be here?
You think nobody knows what your precious family has done? About the watchmaker? Huh? Don't kid yourself, Featherbrain. Those dream chasers might be fooled by your act, but don't fool yourself. Before you start spouting off your holy verses, answer me this. Where does the power of the Oak family come from? And your power? What makes you think you can sit there all high and mighty, looking down on everyone else? Well, I've spent enough time in confession today to enter the Harmony's paradise, right? Then I'll take my leave. Good luck with your election, and, don't make me regret my investments in you.
Oh, revered triple-faced soul, hear my doubts. Who can judge the strong when their power hides their crimes? Who can vouch for the weak when they will pay any price to survive? Who can comfort the purest souls when even they get led astray? If the strong defending the weak is truly the foundation of paradise, then who is responsible for the suffering and anguish in this wretched world?
Brother? Brother? Brother, are you all right?
She just slipped off into a daydream?
I'm fine. I've been working long hours, and I just made a trip to Dreamflux Reef and back. So, I'm a bit out of sorts. But it'll all be over before we know it.
You've been working non-stop on the Charmony Festival, Mr. Sunday, and no one could have predicted this incident. Even if the Stellaron does pose a grave threat, I still feel sorry for all the trouble we've caused you.
No need to worry about troubling anyone. The Charmony Festival was meant to spread joy and harmony across the cosmos. But now that we know the truth, I'm afraid we'll have to cancel it.
It has always been our wish to make everyone happy, so... we'll do our best to explain everything to the Dream Master. I'm sure he'll understand.
He absolutely will not.
Even if the negotiation does not go smoothly, I'll refuse to go on stage. Without the Chordmaster, the Harmonious Choir would not arrive, and the Charmony Festival would be just a grand performance, and nothing more.
I'm relieved to see your determination. You know, since arriving in Penacony, we haven't had any contact with this Dream Master himself. I'd heard of the heads of the 5 major lineages, but the Dream Master is a mystery to me.
The Dream Master rarely grants an audience, even for us. But, given the urgency of the situation, he's agreed to meet us in person.
Perhaps you'll be the first guest to meet the Dream Master in years, Mr. Yang.
Let's hope we can reach a consensus that satisfies everyone.
Indeed. Let us hope so.
It's about time. We'll have to get ready for the meeting. I apologize for any inconvenience caused by the urgency.
Don't worry. I'll be waiting here.
I'm sure this will go swimmingly.
Dear, it's Mr. Sunday!
Ooh, I'm robbing again.
Come over here!
Looks like someone needs help. Let's go check it out.
Who let this child get drunk?
Mr. Sunday. Hey there! Okay, see the moon in the sky? It's about the size of the cap on my Soul Glad bottle. If I just reached out my hand, I could grab the moon, couldn't I?
The moon? You mean the Grand Theater?
Yeah. Look at me. I've been away from home for too long.
I thought you were from here.
That moon. But it's no big deal. The Grand Theater here looks much better than the moon back home. It's just magnificent. They told me not to sell everything I had just to come to Penacony. How short-sighted.
Selling everything you had? Why would you go to such lengths?
Why? Can't you see? Life back home is miserable. It's not really living at all. It's better to be here at Penacony. No pain, no worries about tomorrow, just sweet dreams. You can do whatever you want. That's what I call living.
I thought the Pepeshi
Now this
were Penacony
is the
natives.
life.
How? What's with all these freaking palm babies that just are visiting Penacony? Are they not from Penacony? Where are they from?
Is this truly living?
Huh? What did you say, young lady? I didn't quite catch that.
Oh, it's nothing, sir. You see, the traffic on Glock's Avenue can be dangerous. How about I ask a Bloodhound family member to escort you to Ideen Park over there, so you can continue enjoying your sweet dream?
Oh, yeah, that's a great idea. Wow, no wonder you were the leader of this sweet dream. You're totally a lifesaver. See you around, Mr. Sunday, and it was nice chatting with you.
What's up, sister?
This is the land of the dreams. But why do they live like this?
Stalavan.
The man we ran into, he doesn't seem happy at all. Even though sweet dreams are nice, they're just illusions. But for him, they're the only way to survive, even if it means giving up on reality. That's not really living at all.
Stalavan's feeding on him. Nom nom.
I suppose you have a point. But, in my opinion, that's how most people live their lives.
Why do you say that?
You think that man is not actually living, but that's not quite accurate. Even without Penacony, people create their own illusions called self-value. People believe they have a predetermined value to fulfill,
That's
Gaining
true.
value means gaining power, and those deemed worthless are seen as the weak. However, value doesn't come out of thin air, and there's a limit to it. To accumulate value, people have to take from others. So, the weak get exploited and oppressed.
Sunday's being a little too real here.
Are
Need you to calm down.
suggesting that this is not how things should be?
Exactly. But, ironically, people don't think there's anything wrong with it, because they uphold the illusory notion of self-value. And even the weak believe in it, the survival of the fittest. That's where all the tragedies in the world come from. People come to the sweet dream in Penacony to escape from that reality and find solace. No tragedies exist here, only happiness. Although in its nascent form, isn't that the same paradise we yearn for in our dreams?
Perhaps that man is just an exception. Let's not jump
No,
to
surely.
conclusions. We should experience
Surely
the
it'll
dreamscape
just be,
ourselves. Just as I did at Dreamflux Reef.
Yes, seeing is believing. I'll accompany you. The Dream Master hasn't shown up yet, so we have some time.
Glad to meet you again, Robin. How are the preparations for the Charmony Festival coming along? We're all so excited about it.
It's going smoothly. Thanks for making the trip to join the festival.
You're too kind, Robin. It's a pleasure to have guests from all over the universe celebrating day and night. I can't stand being lonely or bored, so this jubilant dreamscape is perfect for me.
But if this went on forever, would it get boring too?
Nah, not at all. Who would get tired of having so much fun? Every day, you get to wear fancy clothes, explore all sorts of dream bubbles, indulge in delicious food without gaining weight, and you never get old or sick. As long as you can afford a room, this place is the ultimate paradise.
What's that about indulging in delicious food? Food?
But you know that only a few things can be brought back from the dreamscape to reality, right?
I can bring my memories of the food.
Exactly why I don't plan on bringing anything back. Just enjoying the dream itself is good enough for me. I mean, I'm not one of those long-living species. I only have around 60 or 70 years in this lifetime, and there's so much to worry about. Being happy here is
that's a
pure
mood.
bliss. Only in this sweet dream can I truly feel like I'm in control of my life and fate. Who would want to go back to reality after experiencing this bliss?
I see. I genuinely wish you all the happiness in the world.
And I wish you a fantastic performance, Robin! I'm off to the Blue Hour for the ball. See you later.
Seems like that guest's perspective didn't resonate with you either.
She had a valid point. And I could sense her genuine happiness. It's just that...
What you're trying to say is, she thinks she's in control of her life. But in reality, she's just escaping from reality and seeking solace in this sweet dream. Once she steps out of this sanctuary, everything will be lost.
True.
Well, she did make mention of being able to afford a room. Didn't she?
However, the paradise in our dreams, it doesn't have to end.
Yeah, how does one get the money to keep paying for these rooms when all you're doing is sleeping in Penacony? I mean, I guess you get a job here, right? They seem to pay people to, like, run Penacony.
No. And the paradise we yearn for shouldn't be just a fleeting dream either.
But then all you're doing is, like, the same shit you do in real life, right? Get a job and then just have a little bit left in the day after you get off work to do things. At that point, what is the point?
The scenery in this dreamscape is truly breathtaking, isn't it?
Oh, Robin. Can't believe I'm meeting you in person here. What an honor. You're right. Even though time stands still in this dreamscape, it always feels fresh. I find something new every time.
A philosophical mind. I hope I'm not intruding.
Oh, not at all. No. With little time left, I yearn for meaningful conversations, especially with someone as esteemed as you. Do you mind if we chat?
It's my pleasure. No need to be formal. Just speak your mind. You said, with little time left. Please, forgive me for being blunt. But is that why you came to Penacony?
Yeah. I was part of a war, and while escaping from the Sarkosian mothership, I got exposed to some radioactive materials. And then, all my comrades died, and my hometown was wiped out by neutron bombardments. I couldn't bear to live with everything I knew gone. That's when I heard about a possible solution here, so I came.
How heart-wrenching. I hope the family has been able to help you.
They have, and I'm truly grateful for that. They provided me with a comfortable room, the most advanced life support devices in the cosmos, and a stellar team of caregivers. My physical body is now in the dream pool, sustained by life support. The me you see here is whole, rational, and no different from any other person. But I can't say the same for the me in the hotel room.
Yeah, getting exposed to radiation is not really...
My true appearance. No. I hope you never have to witness it, Robin.
So, you'll be living forever in this dreamscape, right?
Just being able to live at all is good enough for me. Whether it's in this dreamscape or not, well, I don't really have much say in the matter. My world has been torn apart, and my life could end any second. So, even if this whole place is an illusion, it's still my paradise. And I'll treasure every moment I spend here. Now I envy those everlasting things.
That old man's story. It's so tragic. Fortunately, this sweet dream gives him joyful memories to hold on to for the rest of his life.
That's precisely why this sweet dream in Penacony exists.
However, even the sweet dream has its limitations. While it provides solace to the disillusioned, it can't completely eliminate pain in reality.
There will be a way out. Penacony is already on the right track.
What are you scheming? What you scheming, Sunday? Oh.
Look what we have here. A lovely young lady.
Robin and Robin.
Wait, is that me?
Miss Sparkle.
Brother, what a surprise to see you again.
Show yourself. Your trick won't work on us.
I mean, especially because she's standing right there and she knows that that's not her because she's her. But obviously.
I've heard that a skilled mass fool received an invitation too. That must be you, right? Did you enjoy yourself?
Barely. The people here are way too gullible. A little bait is all it takes for them to bite. And they run away at the slightest hint of danger. In other words, they're naive and cowardly.
Now that you've had your fill, it'd be wise to leave before it's too late. The music of the harmony doesn't tolerate discord.
What? Now that you have the real Robin, I'm useless? Oh, how disheartening. I've done so much for the family. You should be thanking me, because if it weren't for me cleaning up this mess, Penacony would still be in shambles. Don't you think?
Disregarding that you were handing out little explosive detonators.
That was a personal request from the head of the Iris family, and it has nothing to do with us. Step aside and stopped causing trouble for the Charmony Festival.
The Charmony Festival? You think you can scare me? You think I've no idea what you're planning? I don't care what you're thinking, Chicken Wing Boy.
Chicken
but
Wing Boy.
I'm pretty sure our lovely Robin won't be appearing on stage. After all, you're well aware of what a sorry state this dreamscape is in under the banner of harmony. Penacony, the land of the dreams. Is this truly the paradise you desire?
Stop it.
What's the rush, Chicken Wing Boy? Did I get to you?
Our paradise is none of your concern, Masked Fool. Leave now, or the family won't tolerate you anymore.
All right. I'll go. But Robin, I suggest you seriously consider this. Do you really believe those living in dreams can escape pain and find true happiness? Well, I've done my part. And now I'm simply waiting for the fireworks to begin. Here, the last 2 gifts for both of you. And don't lose them. If by some unfortunate chance the Charmony Festival starts against all odds, remember to use them during the show. And it'll be thrilling. Bang!
I heard a raven cawing in the distance. It seems the Dream Master will arrive soon.
Dream Master.
Let's wait here for the Dream Master to arrive.
Okay. By the way, brother, I heard you no longer have a sweet tooth. Back when we were kids, you used to steal my desserts.
You heard? Robin, how long have you been away?
Seems like a lot has changed during my absence. What exactly happened?
I thought she was gone for like a few months, maybe a year or 2. Sounds like she's been gone for like a decade.
Well, someone has to stay awake even in this sweet dream.
I mean, actually, no. Wait. How? No, the Charmony Festival doesn't happen every year. Okay. Well, I was like, no, surely she must have been there last year, but no.
But that someone doesn't
It's
have
real.
to be you, or anyone in particular. You're carrying too much on your shoulders, brother. The paradise in our dreams. It shouldn't be like this. Penacony is nothing more than a dream. It can't erase the worries and pain of reality, or bring true happiness. It only offers an escape from reality. Nothing more.
True.
Remember the old man we met earlier? Without this dream, he might have completely lost himself.
I mean, a situation like his or Fireflies are probably some of the only really good uses for something like this. Cause yeah, without the dream, he would be dying a very painful death right now, just excruciatingly.
That might be true, but even without Penacony, he could have chosen another path. As far
Really?
as I know, the Intelligentsia Guild has been promoting their rehabilitation techniques for a long time now.
Is there a cure for extreme radiation poisoning in this universe?
That path may have been more ordinary and challenging, but now he is receiving hospice care in a comatose state, and his fate is sealed. Is Penacony granting these people a future? Or is it taking it away from them?
Well, don't forget this. Not everyone really has a future. The future for humanity is like the sky for birds. People mistakenly believe that flight is inherent to birds because they've never witnessed those birds crashing to their death. Do you remember how we took in that little Charmony dove when we were young?
Yeah. We took care of it. Provided food and water, groomed its feathers. And later, when I decided to leave Penacony, I opened the cage and set it free.
Well, I didn't mention what happened to it in my letters because I didn't want to upset you.
And it died.
Shortly after you left, it crashed to its death right in front of your window.
I had surmised as much. I knew you wouldn't have avoided mentioning the bird for no reason. Despite that unfortunate outcome, I still believe it was the right decision. Birds aren't meant to spend their lives in cages. They belong in the sky, even if they can't fly.
But here's the thing. If there are birds in this world that can never fly, can we really assert that they belong in the sky?
Are you implying that the same goes for humans too?
Let's take the Astral Express as an example. The Nameless made tremendous efforts to bridge worlds, gaining fame across the universe. However, only a few extraordinary individuals can endure such a perilous journey.
Some people just aren't meant to add up to shit.
That's because the pursuit of the Trailblaze exceeds the capabilities of ordinary humans. Otherwise, why would this path be filled with broken rails, an abandoned express, and even a fallen Eon?
Not abandoned, it's got pom-pom.
That's just sophistry. If that were true, then only the powerful would have the right to determine the future.
Unfortunately, that's exactly what happens. Another name for the future is self-value.
Corrupted Sunday. Evil Sunday.
While this world has its fair share of heroes who inspire people and garner admiration for their heroic deeds, the majority of ordinary people will never become heroes in their lifetime.
I mean, that's true, but nothing wrong with that.
Some are born weak and vulnerable. Some find themselves trapped in unfortunate circumstances. Some fall victim to malice and cowardice. When it comes to survival, everyone is equal. And the weak can only watch as their value gets constantly diminished by external forces.
Until the weak get pushed down a little too much, and then they group up, and you get revolution! Or something like that.
That's why we should care for the weak and support them as if their suffering were our own. That's what the Odes of Harmony have always taught us.
While the Harmony holds noble aspirations, the strong will always be strong, and the weak will always be weak.
Not necessarily.
Even in this carefree dream, human nature contains greatness, but it also harbors inherent weaknesses that can't be eradicated.
There's a lot of people who, as he puts it, will always be weak, but that's generally because they won't take the action to better themselves or their circumstances.
In the end, if people can't even secure their own survival, they won't care about the illusory future of equality. As long as the law of survival of the fittest prevails, there will always be fledglings crashing to their death.
But if people don't live for the future, do they merely exist for survival? If even you, my brother, don't believe that the Harmony will save the weak, then which Eon can make our dreams come true?
People need to make their own dreams come true. You won't get anywhere by just sitting there and hoping that a god, an Eon, or whatever else will fix things for you.
People often forget that when the first bird took flight, the entire world envisioned a future where no more fledglings would ever crash to their death.
Are you reading, sister? What are you reading?
Trustful boy.
Mr. Gopherwood.
Guileless
Picture
girl.
book. It's about the story of the harmonic strings. If I could become a chord master, I'd like to summon Dominicus, the harmonious choir. I want to sing with everyone and spread our wishes so that all can feel happiness and joy.
I see. Then I would summon the harmonious choir too.
Don't you have a wish of your own, brother?
Of course I do. It's just that It includes your wish and everyone else's. I long for a true paradise where everyone can find peace.
Then, let's build a stage there and invite everyone to our performance so that both our wishes come true through the power of the harmonious choir.
It's a deal then.
Yeah, it's a deal. But how can I become a chord master?
Maybe you'll have to become a star first.